aggressive and catch off Stair before he can find impact.
Yeah, smart from Elige. That's how Stair got the opening kill in the previous round, just unbridled aggression.
Now here comes Ultimate to try and plug the gap and ends up getting flashed twice, then a Molotov, and he still goes for the aggressive option, helping out his teammate as well, keeping the pressure off of Naf inside of the ramp room. That has forced Astralis to reconsider their options, and now Hooksy making space, taking control towards main. Elige is long gone. He's all the way towards CT vent, and Naf has pushed through ramp, sensing there's a gap, sensing there's an opportunity to get in behind. And Device is down. Elige catches Hooksy looking the wrong way, and Astralis fall to just Yabby trying to do everything. It's a quick double. And there's 45 seconds left. He's got the bomb in his possession. Yabby with a small chance at winning this round.
Yeah, bomb plant is really all you can hope for here. Get it down, see what happens after that. But going to be so difficult because now he's locked in as well. Should be an easy cleanup. Ultimate gets back behind cover. It's Nerds to clean off Yabby. And Liquid back to their winning ways. Now a 6-round lead. Plant's going to help, but I mean, just the wins at this point because Team Liquid just have the money for the rest of this half, it feels. And they're not making a whole lot of mistakes so far. It's been Astralis constantly walking into their traps. That's a lovely play from Ultimate to sell Naf's position as well. Everything goes perfectly.
Yeah, Team Liquid bringing the intensity early on and suffocating Astralis' T side of Nuke.
I mean, remember, both of these teams have kind of mentioned, you know, the form that they've shown in the majority of Stage 2 isn't what they're capable of. It's not anywhere close to their peak. So you come into this match in Elimination Series, and you have to show what that peak can be, and it's only Liquid who's providing it.
Well, the offer of Liquid doing a great job, so Device tries to move outside and get some impact of his own. He gets that opening kill, Yabby to follow up, and Astralis into a 5v3.
And they'll wait. First time they've had an advantage of this quality, but that opens up the possibility to even things out. Ultimate takes out Device, now just one player the difference.
Oh, Ultimate is really not missing much at the moment. He's drawn this back to a 3v3, and Shuei, look at that. Here's the steps of Yabby, peeks on out from behind the big box, and Ultimate is just slicing them up. Astralis can get nowhere. They can't get past this AWPer.
Yeah, no panic whatsoever from Team Liquid. They know there's going to be a pause in the action. They know they're saying Astralis, okay, they're up 2 players. They're going to wait for some kind of a reaction. Ultimate's got the AWP. Likeliest to find us a kill. He does even better. One more on top of it. Little bit lackadaisical from Stair up on the roof.
Yeah, he's having some great impact across those 3 positions, towards the back of the garage, moving behind Credit Card and over towards Hell. He's doing some great work right now for Ultimate.
You had a slow start into losing a 5-on-3 advantage, and Astralis is in a terrifyingly bad place right now.
Yeah, they're trying to accelerate things down into the ramp room. They're going to test Naf. Oh, it's not so accurate on the first bullet, so he gets taken down. Elige is quick to respond, and he keeps it clean. A double kill as Yabby and Divide, both victims of the Elige AK. They have got one player down the vent, and that is Hooksy. But there's really nothing they can do at this point, Astralis, unless Hooksy is able to pull off something special.
If he finds Nerds, although the door closed behind Nerds is a smart play, because now he's got the warning system, and now he's stepped into safety of Dark Spot.
They blow open the door, Nerds is alerted to that, turns back, catches Hooksy, and real sharp shooting from everyone on Team Liquid today.
I mean, fair play. It does look like a completely different squad than what we saw on day 1 going 0-2. Nerds looks sharp, Elige as well is really dynamic, moving around the map. There's no stress in this CT side. Ultimate is landing some lovely shots with the AWP. Nothing too complex. Just hitting the ones he needs to. And Astralis just have no firepower to contend with any of it, apparently.
No, none at all. The only 2 openers that are working was Stair charging outside behind the smokes, catching them off, and then Device bringing the AWP out there. And even that Device round where they get the opening, Team Liquid still win it. So I think Flash is going to be very happy. We just seen in the sort of communication tab at the start of the game, he was talking about getting in their face, being disruptive, being aggressive. It's got to feel good as the coach, and everybody's listening, and is so effective in doing so.
Got to be a good feeling as the coach, not only that, but also playing in your home country as well. Kind of a hometown event for Flashy. Obviously wanted to put a good foot out there and not make it to stage 3 and continue battling for a chance on the stage of the playoffs as well. 8 rounds the difference. Team Liquid showing a dominant form to start Nuke.
There's Naf moving up through the ramp room. Some aggression. The pressure still on here for Team Liquid. Just throwing it at Astralis. It's ultimate aggressive with the AWP. He's been outside pretty much all the time, and this time pushing down through ramp with the rifle support of Naf. Shuei trying to get through this main smoke. It's Magic's gone. Everybody falling. Astralis can't catch a break. They are just not even here in this matchup. It is pure domination from Team Liquid.
This is like the third or fourth time I feel like we've seen Astralis hit this upper bomb site and kind of an execute like this with utility, and I think all the time they're feeling like they should be running into the defense. And Liquid's just kind of never where they expect them to be. You know, Shuei's kind of an upper defender playing in towards mini. Ultimate, the aggression towards lobby is the first one. Nobody's home out squeak door whatsoever. It's a player coming up vent. Liquid's just kind of, this defense is so shadowy. They're like ghosts in the upper bomb site, and Astralis can't find it.
Yeah, this definitely feels more like the Astralis T-sides we got to see back at EPL earlier in this season. Well, quicker again. This is the one round they have picked up here in the half, which was Stair just running outside on that first spawn. This time he's dead without a kill. Magic at least hunting down Ultimate, taking him away. It's a 19-3 scoreline he'll finish this half with, and I think he's going to be exceptionally happy with that. We've got Magic trying to move up, taking more fights. Another headshot goes his way. Elish to trade it.
Yeah, and Elish brought very low, but will you clear Nerds? No, you won't. That's the bomb as well. Elish grabbed one more in the meantime while that went down, so Yabi's just like, well, I got nothing to do with the MAC-10. One kill is his. 11 HP in a 1v2 clutch in the final round of the opening half.
Yeah, remember that bomb is all the way at Secret as well. So Yabi a long way off getting involved in this round with such low health. Nertz is holding that vent drop. Well, he's not putting himself in harm's way. So it's on Yabi to step up and make the play. Just clearing so many angles along the way here as Elish is right behind him.
I think that timing was just actually insane that Elish doesn't see him outside.
Eventually detects him. And on this day of survival, it is Team Liquid that are stepping up versus Astralis. A single round posted by the Danes. A game we were all excited for today. We anticipated a close one. Team Liquid versus Astralis is anything but. Team Liquid have shown up to the server. Astralis do not show us anything on that T side. Smothered by the defense of Liquid and the step-up performance of Ultimate.
It's the dangerous thing of feeling like you come into a game and you haven't played, you know, the level that you expect to be able to, the level you're capable of throughout a stage as well. You come in, you have a rough start, and it can so easily just feel like you're regressing back to the default, which is a poor performance. And that's what Astralis has to dig themselves out of right now. Pissed around, obviously critical. Elish going to be leading the way outside. 4 members of Liquid, actually 5 members of Liquid. Screw it, Nerds drops onto the roof. They're all out here ready to party.
Look at the brawl. They've been winning every fight, so might as well. It's Device in Garage. Hooksy playing out towards the AC, and Device eventually getting the opening kill here. Flips back, realizes how much ground they've lost. Nerds doing damage with the Glock, bringing them low, but can't finish them off. So 2 kills early here for Astralis, make it 3 thanks to Device again. Putting his name in the kill feed. We've got Elige and Naf looking to close this one out. The 2 legacy Liquid players. Okay, Elige, that's sharpshooting indeed. And it all comes down to Naf at the back of the bomb site. 3 players coming at him. Device is low, but Magic's got the shot. And Astralis win the pistol, at least surviving a little bit longer.
It feels a little mean to say Elige needed that 3rd kill, but Elige needed that 3rd kill if they were going to turn that round in their favor. Heroic effort and beautiful shooting, but a nice trap set up outside for Astralis. They actually called the exact pistol round to counter what Liquid's doing. Looking for a duel outside with that P250, looking to cross over towards Secret, push Nerds towards Heaven. Astralis had 3 players ready to counter everything Liquid wanted to do. Good kills early on, and an easy close of the round. This 5-on-3 doesn't go against them.
Oh, straight away, not wasting any time. Get the best weapons possible out. Device has an AWP coming into the second round of the second half.
Yeah, you might as well. With the scoreline this big, even if you're to lose it, it's not like you're risking a whole lot at the moment, being down by 9 rounds. Well, investment from Liquid as well. Elige gonna drop down. Good run, good kill.
Okay, the dive down into the side. Match is cleaning up though, but Elige is still firing forward, and Yabi waits at the back of the bomb site, desperately hoping Stare can arrive at Heaven. And Stare has arrived. Shuai has cut down Device, that's the AWP gone, and now it is Yabi having to move out for the back of the site, finally getting aggressive on Elige. But this is very worrying for Astralis. All of a sudden a 2v2 here, Ultimate checking up towards Heaven. And the stairway to Heaven's gone all the way to the rafters instead. Now, Ultimate makes his way down.
Shuai's got the op. He can actually cut off rotations to vent. Does he want to hold this?
Well, does he get the angle? He does, and he reacts. Yabi's gone, so it's Stare alone all the way up at the rafters, and this is a devastating way to lose the round for Astralis.
With Device's own op.
Yeah, exactly. It cost them, and so Stare running his way down into the B bomb site, giving it a good go, but Ultimate's now detected him, and he wins it with the Deagle. That'll be the death sentence. That is the final blow. And Team Liquid will be marching into the second map with Nuke surely picked up.
Start to finish, this map has just been a statement from Team Liquid. This is the one that they were talking about from the boot camp. It was all a meme for a while after Alicia said, well, we had a great boot camp. Everything was going great. Everyone's on the same page. You see the devastating losses on day one and you just kind of laugh at the hilarity of the situation. But now we're starting to see what this Liquid can look like when the boot camp comes to the major. And this is a lovely first map in a must-win series.
They're going to be riding a high if they can close it out right now, not allowing Astralis to even build up a few rounds here. It's going to feel like Astralis didn't play their map pick. Mirage is up next. And we've been talking about the woes of Liquid at times, and it hasn't looked great. It's been full of problems for them, but you're going to be going into that map feeling so confident, and everybody's looking so sharp today.
That's the thing that changed. That's the thing that I'm seeing inside the server as well. Nerds and Elige, I don't know if I've seen them this sharp since they're in these Liquid jerseys, or the return into the Liquid jersey for Elige.
Yeah, Magisk, decent kill here. Elige is gone, but Nerds is going to trade it. Yeah, be coming up through Secret.
A lot of pressure here. Astralis wants to fight outside.
Looking to bring the Jewel to try and survive a little bit longer here on Nuke.
They still haven't seen Hooksy in Garage as well.
What can he really do about this with a 5-7 all the way back? Because Team Liquid have secretly made their way forward. And now descend lower and lower into the waiting arms of Yabi and Stare. Shuai break them apart, sees the legs. Yabi doing work, and Stare's Deagle chimes in. So more impact being felt here by Astralis at least, but pulled back by Ultimate, who is now 22-4, and it's down to Nerds and Ultimate to close out against Device and Hooksy.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough one though. Very low on HP is Ultimate, and Device is close up to the door. He wants his op back. He's coming for it.
Well, low HP. He's finished off Ultimate. So bomb plant denied. It's on to Nerds, but he's got flanked, and that will be the kill from Hooksy that keeps this map going.
All right, just barely surviving is Astralis. Nice stack down in Secret. Liquid wander right into it. Yeah, Ultimate is having a good game, and he's been under tons of scrutiny in this Liquid jersey. The blistering pace he set, the expectations from the first couple of months in the team, hasn't been able to at the moment. They're just trying to play themselves back into this series.
Well, Liquid throwing everything they've got to try and close it here and now. They've got Deagles, Tech-9, P250, Galil. That rifle in the hands of Elige. We watched him do some work with it already in this half, in that second round.
Yeah, last time the second round low buy was a quick jump off of the mini roof from Elige in towards mini to split into the upper bomb site. Tech-9's coming in through hut. So what does Liquid want to change up? What do they want to do this time? I think Hooksie's been spotted. Yeah, jump from Shuhei. He's going to force that player back. So doesn't want Hooksy pushing up and getting information. There's still tons of it for the Astralis defense with no Liquid presence outside. Late smoke wall set up. Limited utility for Liquid, so they're going to have to use these resources. Device will see nothing over the top of the smoke. 3 Liquid players filter past. There's one. Just a glimpse around the edge.
He spotted them, at least alerting Hooksy to the threat. Although Hooksy taking damage on board is down to 14 HP and hasn't taken a kill of his own. Magisk running in, getting caught. Another kill, this time for Team Liquid picked up.
They still don't know what Hooksy is alive.
Yeah, Hooksy's still the problem, still the threat. Naf is waiting inside of the smoke in main. 20 seconds on the clock. That's the bomb in main. That is the only way the Team Liquid can pick this up, and look at the timing. Shuei's around the back. He's got the info on the main player, and he's low, but bomb is now down with 10 seconds on the clock. They've gotta run back to main to get it, or take the kill on Stair, and he's running down in hell.
No time.
They can't. They have to win on a kill, and Stair's going up. He's going into the fight, and just enough done by Astralis to keep it going. But when Stair flies up that ladder, you get worried for a second.
Yeah, that was actually pretty close, but he's trying to time it as well. That's a tense situation to be in, and Astralis, again, these rounds they're surviving in, just barely coming out on top. Haven't yet been able to show they can put a stop to Team Liquid, because these are the weaker buys. And Liquid's going to be pleased with that kind of performance. Again, you're keeping the money low. The op not recovered as well. Astralis don't have a whole lot to be pumped for quite yet. 8 rounds back. And a timeout from Team Liquid as Flashy just wants to have a conversation, get involved, keep everyone settled, and remind them they've still got plenty of Counter-Strike to be played, plenty more chances to close this out. Flashy in his first major as the coach of Team Liquid, coming over from Na'Vi as the analyst underneath Blade. I know that was a big selling point for him to come into this Liquid team, is the time he spent under the tutelage of Blade, who's considered to be one of the greatest coaches we've ever had in Counter-Strike, especially as a tactician. So Liquid hoping to get a lot of results with Flashy at the helm of the squad.
Yeah, and it's going to be quite a step up for him, and of course going from being an assistant coach
to
the lead coach.
Guys. They're going to panic a lot.
Short and sweet from Shui. They are going to panic at some point.
Maybe
if Liquid keep
round.
applying it, that's the thing, is will Liquid drop off? Does Liquid take their foot off the gas? Does something happen? Is there a round that gets close where Astralis can change the nature of this game?
Well, they handled the early pressure in this round. They've got the first 2 kills here for Astralis, and once you don't get the opening in a round like this for Team Liquid, it's very hard to see a world in which they're able to rein it back in. Stair has received a lot of compliments for his play towards the ramp room, has often been the rock for Astralis' CT side. They come at him in this round. He nearly messes up there in that fight, but stays alive and gets the pick.
He's had a lot of positive things said about him since he kind of joined this roster. Came in as kind of the everyman who got moved around at different roles, different positions, just to see if some of the Astralis could get any of their quote-unquote stars to be able to be activated in them. And Stair just kept performing so well in all of them. They're like, we might as well just give you what you want to begin with. It happened about 6 months ago, and Stair has taken that opportunity and seized it and capitalized upon it. He's one of the strongest members of this Astralis team. The rock that they've been able to rely upon when no one else has been able to step up. Shake of the head from Ultimate, but still got a smile on his face. It's 12-5. Liquid back with a bye.
Yeah, they've been waiting for this. Just throwing whatever they can together until the loss bonus kicks in as well, and you're able to get the full buy back out. Bit of a missing rifle in the hands of Ultimate, who has to play with a Deagle, but Team Liquid move quite swiftly outside behind the smoke, so you can see Nerds looking to be very aggressive and confident, looking for fights on top of main. He dives down and gets over towards Unbreakable. He passes by. Stair should be cleared here, and Nerds unable to get the kill, so Stair doing some work again here for Astralis.
Yeah, he was going to be trapped regardless. That looked like it was going to be a 1-for-1. Now it's Devices off instead of Ultimates that's able to pick off Elige crossing over as the smoke fades. And Liquid's offense in the early gun round looks just as haggard as Astralis's was in the first half, as Hooksy's going to pick out ultimate as well. And no success. Nothing to talk about across the map for Team Liquid.
We were referencing EPL and the T-side problems. I also recall really strong CT sides from Astralis.
True, they were able to get things done on the CT side, and that's obviously, I mean, just by nature of being able to barely survive 2 rounds early, kept themselves alive to see if they can power this up.
Still a long way off, but Astralis dream of an overtime. 6 rounds in a row, still left to pick up. Team Liquid having to take the hit, go down to Tech 9s in this round. Let's see if Astralis can be perfect.
Shuhei needs to make sure the words that he mentioned earlier aren't going to come back to haunt Team Liquid. He mentioned, we're going to win this, Astralis is going to panic. Well, the same thing can happen if Astralis keep going on this run, then you start getting the panic going into the Liquid side of things, and all of a sudden that condition that Shuhei wanted to work for them works against them.
Stair holding down the ramp room, just enough bullets to get that second kill, and Device coming on over to help him out. So down to just 2 players, Shuhei and Elige, and they haven't really broken a hole in this defense that they can flood through. It's very well handled by Stair. 12 kills to his name now. He's really starting to rack them up.
Gonna be 12-7, 5-round deficit. And I guess now is kind of an appropriate time to mention Liquid as an organization has been part of some of the most devastating losses and comebacks in Major history. This is a trend that has continued throughout the organization. No matter what the roster is, it just always seems to be there.
Surely this can't be another one.
Usually it happens in the playoffs, but, you know.
Hey, this is pretty much the playoff.
Yeah, it feels like it could be a playoff match, essentially. Here we are, round 20. Opening up with Elige outside. Utility being spent. Everyone else from his team sticking around towards the inner bomb site, so Elige looks like he'll be the lone man, the sole player outside for Liquid.
On the outside, smokes fade for Team Liquid. Elige already up at the red box. And the second wave of utility now coming in. It's a more standard wall. Elige aware that they're going to try and break it and look for the pick, and doesn't put himself in harm's way.
Yes, Shuei's out here with the bomb as well, which is kind of a light pairing, a bomb with one other player. I think he's just going to activate Elige in towards Mini. Again, they've wanted to attack into Hooksy. That's the 3rd time they've attacked into him for the opening play.
Oh, Yabi misses his lines. Device also. And now you're hoping that they don't check Magisk. Shuei's taking Hooksy down. He'll back away. They've still got 45 seconds here, Team Liquid. Where do they want to go with this one as Nerd starts to surge through the trophy room all the way down into towards ramp?
Yeah, Shuei's going to have to be really careful rotating back in through lobby. That door being broken open. If Device has a deep angle with the op, might be able to pick off Shuhei, but he's worried about outside, so he can't take it. Trying to inch into it just a little bit more.
It's the time here for Team Liquid. There's only 25 seconds left in this round. You may be in a 4v3, but you've got a lot of ground to get towards that lower bomb site.
Nerds and Ultimate are walking so far ahead of them, they're going to actually clear things out, and then that's going to enable the bomb to sprint into the site and get there in time. Here's the play. Astralis shifting down now. They're getting a sense of what's coming, but they're going to have to retake this bomb site.
There's the plan coming in. Nerds to protect the double doors, making sure no one's swinging 2 to 9. No one's going to be a hero. Device has gone down, and this should be it. Team Liquid looking to close out nuke. It's Magisk stepping up to the plate here in the double doors, but there's a crossfire of death right in front of him, and it's Ultimate with 24 kills. That is what he'll end this map on. Fantastic first half performance from Team Liquid. They don't allow Astralis enough room to come back into this game whatsoever. Domination from Team Liquid on map 1. Astralis' map pick has gone the wrong way on this day of survival. We're looking at Mirage up next, and Team Liquid, they're surely riding a high.
Чат Ютуба. Ну не почков надо досмотреть. Там же Ринкол. Главный тролль снайперской винтовки во вчерашнем игровом дне. Там же команда допу играть будет. Ну, это ж не... Обижаю, что ты пишешь. Я никого не обижаю, не надо. Это самое. Почков смотрим. Смотрим. Вот если остаетесь, то хорошо. А то если не остаетесь, я бы тоже не оставался, если честно. Да не, как можно 3D Max бросить на этом турнире? Там, наверное, Магер будет смотреть. Там, наверное, все будут смотреть. Вы что, это матч легенд. Матч за выход в легендарную стадию, по факту. В мейн-ивент. 4 в 4. Хукси все еще в мейне. Бомба приходит в мейн. Сьюхи забирает Хукси. Происходит ошибка. Но это не ошибка, а скорее Сьюхи красиво проверил. Хукси мог, конечно, двигаться после минуса, но почему-то ждал до конца. Вот такие ситуации чаще всего это где-то было пиздобольство в тимспике, которое ты пытаешься услышать и прислушаться. И не двигаешься. И такой, чё? Повезло девайсу. Не законтрило его лобби. По таймингу мы видим перетяжку на базе Б. Девайс в итоге идет в секрет. В этот момент Штайр тоже почему-то бежит в секрет, не проверяя рампу. Мэджиск не чекает 9. Типы проходят на Б. Все, вся инфа есть. Ну и это должно закончиться взятием раунда, если честно, для Liquid. Почему? Да все просто. Он даже бомбу поставил, да? Не надо, ебись. Почему? Да все просто, потому что не прочиталась эта перетяжка. Ну, вернее, прочиталась, но поздно. Зря два секрет пошли. Вдвоем здесь ловить нечего. Последний Штайр. ГГ 1-0, друзья. Это ГГ, и это 1-0. Штайр, засейвить не получится. Скажите ему. Он пробует стреляться. Легко. Легко для первой карты, если честно. В прошлом матче первая карта оказалась намного более драматичной. Здесь почему-то вот коллектив из Датского королевства. Короче, опять та же самая хуйня. Пикаем нюк, начинаем в атаке, получаем пизды, потом тащим две карты, на третьей играем допы, сливаемся, едем домой грустно, еще и зарплату не заплатили. Ну сколько можно? Ну, Астралис. Вот они настолько уверены в своем нике. Прямо настолько уверены. Мне бы такую веру в себя, я бы уже, наверное, не знаю, стал бы каким-нибудь пилотом-испытателем реактивного самолета и улетел бы куда-нибудь там. Там, Слам, у тебя бывает давление? У меня бывает давление с утра, когда я иду на свой белый трон. Он у меня, кстати, не белый. Так, сегодня с холодненьким 1 до конца. У нас тут пишет Ильдус Папа Палата 23, такой никнейм. Так, я клянусь, не понимаю вообще астров. Вы льете нюк всем вообще. Нафиг вы его пикаете. Не всем, вот в том-то и дело. У них, говорю, были турниры, где они пикали нюк, играли хорошо атаку. И выглядело это действительно нормально. Но вот почему-то на этом чемпе у них происходит та же самая история. Что они в решающем матче берут карту нюк. И получается так, что очень даже зря. Посмотрите на статистику. Они ливнули с сервера. Хотел Хукси посмотреть. Ну, Хукси можно понять. Он, наверное, тоже ливнул с сервера, потому что, ну, как бы надоело. Так, сейчас проверим, дали ли нам КСТВ второй карты. Нет, еще пока, ребята, нет КСТВ. Надо подождать минутки две. Чат Ютуба, привет. Приветствую зрителей с ником Support Wild Drift. Дружище, у тебя прямо звездочка, как будто ты миллион месяцев эту сапку ими получаешь. Кстати, на Ютубе сделаем отдельную еще маленькую трансляцию в этом году для спонсоров канала. Поэтому, если вы там спонсор, будьте готовы. Так. Так, всем хорошего стрима. Ура. Оу, yes. Так, да они же за атаку ни одного дефолта не чекнули. Тупой раш на ноге. Ну, факт, да, факт. Но они медленные раунды не играли, а. Так, если бы у Слэм была вера в себя, то он бы уже был комментатором. Владислав Схоменко, это правда. Так, я родился готовым. Блин, жестко, конечно. Я первый раз такую звездочку вижу, что чувак уже давно подписал. Так, Слэм, ты вспомнил турик, где ты сам говорил, зачем вы пикаете нюк, если вы его даете всем подряд. Да, и вот они типа 2 турнира этот нюк, значит, лили. И потом они его пикают, показывают первую карту. Там прямо, я уж не помню, кто сколько набивает, но было что-то солидное. насколько я помню. А после этого раз, и все. Просто раз, и все. Так, ребят, надо опять перезаходить в КС. Сейчас, может быть, лаганет трансляция. Я надеюсь, что нет. Но может быть и лаганет. Тут никогда непонятно. Надеюсь, не лаганет. А то, если лаганет, я опять испугаюсь. Лагануло все-таки, да. Лагануло. Ну, оно не выкинуло, оно лагануло. А вот если бы я вывел сцену, все было бы намного хуже. Так, там девайс дает интервью после карты. Господи. Как они могут брать и мучить просто типа после карты, проигранной в салат, когда они ее пикнули? Что это за какой-то новый продакшн? Я, конечно, понимаю, но понимаете, каково чуваку? Тебе и так как бы налили сейчас, да? Реально тебя там уделали по-страшному. Тебе еще надо пойти и рассказать, почему тебя уделали или что? Или какой... Не, нормальная тема. Знаете, это вот подходить к игроку, спрашивать, что, следующую выиграете? Не знаю, а 8 возьмете?
Well, individually, they require that. That's how the game is in CS2 as well, so it's pretty much as every other team. I think that maybe team chemistry-wise, they don't look like they're playing for each other all of the time. It's not something you abuse a lot, but yeah, I don't think their mental is the strongest. Maybe it will be a good thing for us if we get the lead. But yeah, I think they are a really strong team as well. They can beat us, and it's just about being there individually, being ready to play, and constantly being one step ahead.
Well, let's hope you're on this game, man. Thank you very much and good luck.
Thank you.
Flashy, I'm gonna make it quick because I know you have to go to your team. Please just tell me, I heard that you were talking a lot with your team during the halftime. You got a dominant first half. What did you say to them, if you can break it down for the second part of the half?
Well, it's a new key that we had to play, so I reminded them that the game is not over, and to make sure that we are focusing on each round like it was the beginning of the game.
Okay, and one more question. You're from here, right? So do you have anyone from your family or friends today?
Yeah, I have all my family here and all my friends, so I'm really happy to see them.
That's great. That's great. I hope they can give you some energy. I wish you best of luck for the second map.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Truly no holding back. Liquid and Astralis completely consumed by the swell. A terrifying first half leaves Astralis all but lost moving into the second. A cosmetic comeback is sadly all the Danes would post. And yeah, Liquid off to an incredible start in what is a series, spelling survival and potentially just one map now from stage 3.
As Device said it, Liquid is the team that plays the best when the individuals are in tune. Well, guess what? They were all in tune on Nuke. Ultimate, arguably posting his best map so far as the Liquid player in a very important, significant game. He was everywhere around the map, shutting down Astralis time and time again. Elige being let off the hook, rotating down towards the lower bomb side, up and towards outside. Nerds as well filling in the gap and towards out many times to free up Elige for that space. And everybody else just doing exactly what they had to. Devilwalk, I'm not really sure how we break this one down, bar just saying Team Liquid were just the far better team in that first half, and they just absolutely crushed Astralis.
Absolutely. I think also I'm a little bit confused about what was the game plan for Astralis. I mean, I've seen them really favor that lower bomb site, and they never really got into the groove. It felt like they didn't have enough end rounds or players left alive when they wanted to do an end round. Felt like they're constantly getting picked off by Ultimate in a position that it normally is on Yard as well. So I don't know if something went wrong in the prep. They got surprised. Maybe they expected Elige to be a little bit more prevalent on that Yard side.
Yeah.
But yeah, nothing really worked for that Astralis.
Should we take a look at the one moment that did work for Astralis on that T side? Why are we bringing this into the conversation?
I feel like we're bringing the one round that Astralis were able to win on that T side just to emphasize on what the game plan should have been for Astralis from the get-go, what we expected, and then later on speak about how Liquid were stopping all of that. So Liquid already have a 6-0 start. This is the first time you actually see Astralis abuse those outside smokes and actually send a full buy down secret. One of the things that we were bringing up in the pre-show, Devil that they do so well. Opening kill goes their way. Ultimate is able to fire back with one. Magis activated, able to get another one, and from that point on, the moment that they cross down B, they cut off the rotations, Device is able to punish Ultimate. This was the only round that actually, well, went the way that it probably should have gone for Astralis to begin with on that T-side Everwalk, and that's a very shrewd question that you're asking. What was the game plan for Astralis? Because we expected to see more of this. We expected to see more presence in towards outside, but then the change from Liquid, the fact that Elish was a lot more freed up, Nerds was oftentimes the guy to go in for that initial contact outside, Ultimate was oftentimes there and ready to punish. Maybe that just threw them off?
Yeah, 100%. I think, you know, they had a good game plan, Liquid. I mean, we can take a look at round 10 as well to kind of see this. This is actually, you know, where Elish, he's posted a lot more as the kind of security for the inner pops. Instead of being close to that yard area, he usually, you know, stands around main, around, you know, being that versatile player towards outer yard. But you see here, he's up in heaven, he's that third man, ready to go in there. He also has that rotation towards ramp, very quick, and it's very pacey when you have a rifler in that rotation spot instead of the AWP. He gets 2 kills, and he doesn't really get into that threat area where, as an AWPer, you can go, you get 1 pick, and then Tech9 kind of overruns you in that under heaven area. So I think this was a shrewd kind of switch up from Liquid, where it kind of secured them, you know, especially with Ultimate being so dominant in yard. They didn't really have any other avenue to kind of get into that B bomb site, which they favor. That was ramp, and Elish was there to help Naf shut it down.
Yeah, and talking about Ultimate, he had a great performance. And the fact that he had that performance, obviously it's a bit of a follow-up from yesterday's final map that Liquid played against Tyloo. He had a pop-off performance on Inferno in that 16-14 win. He was probably one of the reasons they were able to get it over the line. It is great seeing him go through that moment of kind of reinventing himself throughout this tournament, right? Because he had a very slow start to begin with at the major, but the last couple of maps have been great from Ultimate. He's been electric, he's been at the right place and the right time every single time, able to secure his teammates and also open up frags, right? He was, what, 4-0 in opening fights on that CT side, and oftentimes whenever Astralis tried to abuse that ramp area, throw some outside smokes, go back in there, Ultimate was already there. He was not 1, not 2, maybe 3 steps ahead of Astralis at all times, and he was barely missing any shots. I mean, he wasn't.
I mean, Ultimate versus Device in this first map. Any comparison to be drawn to Devil Walk, or should we just move swiftly on?
I think we move on. I don't think there's too much positive to say on the other side. There was a weak map from Astralis, something I didn't expect. Expected this to go to Astralis side, the next one Mirage to go to Liquid, but yeah, didn't pan out that way.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about this Mirage. Liquid's pick coming into things. You 100% confident in this Liquid pick?
I wouldn't say I'm 100% confident, but that's because Liquid have played some pretty worse for Mirages throughout the last couple of days, right? We've seen a lot of side executes, we've seen a lot of moments when it kind of feels like they just rely on Elish to get a multi-frag to make something work. So it's not like we haven't seen them run out of ideas, but I feel like that nuke AWP stats, that head-to-head between Ultimate and Device, it is very difficult to imagine that Device will be able to just pick himself up and make the difference going into the second map. But this is one of the things that he'll have to do, right? Yesterday, when Astralis played Mirage against Aurora, you saw a lot of proactiveness, a lot of pushes in towards the ramp from Yabi, oftentimes supported as well. Hooksy going in towards under. And I feel like this is something that Liquid definitely had a look on, and they will definitely be ready for that aggression, those attempts from Astralis to be a little bit disruptive in the way that the teaser setting up their execute.
Okay, so Astralis starting CT side of things when we're looking at this Mirage. What do you expect the setups to be here from the Danes?
Well, they do actually struggle, especially on their CT sides. They don't really have that much conversion rate on either A or the B bomb site on this map. The thing that I'm kind of want to look at especially is on the second half. When Astralis move to the T side, Jabbi in that B site area, they play a lot of 4-1. And I think that Liquid can actually be very disruptive against this Astralis T side. Just because they play that 4-1, they often leave the B halls area kind of empty, and they don't really play underground that much in their mid takes. So I think that, you know, someone like Elish pushing underground, or maybe even, you know, having an AWP pushing B apps or another rifle and kind of guiding him into that area, if you get that information early against an Astralis, you can pretty much read where their T-side hits is going to be.
Odds still favoring Astralis, even though we are moving on to Liquid's map pick, and they did indeed win the first map. Tell me a little bit about how you expect Hooksy to be calling in this one then, when we kind of look at his record and what you expect him to show on this Mirage.
I feel like there's two avenues that you can take. First, try and go into the default and just hope that some of the individuals will wake up, right? Because towards the end of the CT side on Nuke, it kind of felt like we were seeing some glimpses of good plays out of Stair. Magisk was pretty solid throughout this entire map. But if you want to play default and if you want to give freedom to Device, for example, with the OP, you will need him to hit some important shots. And the second avenue that you could take is the one that they actually took yesterday against Aurora, right? Where they group up, they try and go for those mid-round pushes, early round pushes as well, where Hooksy himself was taking a lot of the initiative. Try and be a little bit disruptive and don't let Liquid feel like they are in control. Because yesterday they did that against Aurora, and thankfully they just had Stair to bail them out with an ace. But I'm not really sure if you can count on that every day of the week.
I'm probably not looking at Astralis to play that many defaults. I think they do a lot of early callings, a lot of early hits, and they have a game plan that they want to kind of go into straight away. So I'm expecting a lot of executes from Astralis, especially on the B side. That's where, again, they found most success. So I want Liquid to put their foot there, be aggressive, shut down Jabby on the B holes area, and force them to make mid-round calls, and make it a scrappier game for Liquid.
Are you expecting this to be the end of the line for Astralis then, Devil Walk? Is this where it ends?
I think so, yes. If I could change my pick, I would right now.
What about you, Teddy? You smelling the 2-0?
I feel like there still is a small percentage somewhere inside of myself that actually believes that Astralis can pick this one up, right? Just because they were in a similar position yesterday against Aurora. This one is arguably a little bit worse because they're about to play their opponent's map pick. Liquid should be closing this one out, but I feel like at this point we've learned that we can never write Astralis off.
Feels like as quickly as Astralis arrive at the major, they may be departing. It's all going down on Mirage.
Well, Astralis used his greatness at majors, and they haven't really been here in recent years, Jason. It could be their last map here in Budapest. We'll see if they can fight against Team Liquid or Mirage.
All right, Rugga getting the boys geared up for a battle, for a fight to get back into this series. Yeah, it's been a long time. Device was telling me he's getting the same jitters as he had at his first major when he returned to here in Budapest. He's going to have to shove those to the side and have quite a performance here on Mirage.
Oh, Hooksy shoves back into the B-bomb side. His teammate waiting here with Magisk. He's going to take that first kill with this pistol. Nerds and Ultimate, though, rounding up kills for Team Liquid. They come blasting through this B-bomb site. Stair, oh, good denial of the bomb plant. That keeps Astralis going for just a little bit longer. His Device coming in to try and help him. And Stair once again, what is that? That is so brilliant from Stair with 3 inside of the site. His Ultimate all of a sudden left. And Stair has saved him in this pistol round. That is incredible work on B.
Sneaky play. He slipped out behind the pillar in the midst of all the chaos. No one from Liquid had any idea. And just at that point, no one can land a shot. Everyone's shocked at the scenario. And Stair's able to put them all down.
Dude, that is wild. The bomb plan, he's being pressured with the player in front of him. Clean shooting from Stair here, recovering. A couple of missed shots early, but then the final couple of bullets, damn clean.
Just bullet management as well as he's running low. What an incredible sequence for Stair. That's the kind of heroics they needed on Nuke and never got. You get to start the map that way right now if you're Astralis. Now, you did win a pistol round on Nuke and lost the ensuing second round. That cannot happen again.
There's a good kill from Stair again, following up on the rifle this time, and pinned in behind Tetris. He's hungry for these kills. He's going to go ahead and get another one. Just cleaning up. One player left in the ramp. That's Ultimate with just the clock here. Astralis a 2-0 lead, all thanks to Stair.
Yeah, 7 kills in the opening 2 rounds, so Stair's looking to have a hot hand throughout this Mirage. But a buy coming in round 3 for Team Liquid with the full save in the previous. AK-47s out across the board. And we get to see what the Liquid game plan is. The Des mentioned that Liquid's going to have to be cautious of Astralis, their mid-trap, setting up on short, setting up in con and window, jumping down into underpass. Astralis very proactive in the middle of the map on this CT side, and Liquid better have a plan to handle it.
Well, all AKs, apart from a Shue here for Team Liquid. It's aggression from Stair again, running up towards top middle. Oh, here he goes. Stair is locked into map 2, another kill added, and this time Shue the victim.
I mean, why not call that? Good call from Hooksy, whoever brought up the aggressive play, just saying, okay, well, Stair's opened up this game so well, he's going to love the idea that we sent him up to fight. And a great setup with a smoke break. 4 versus 5 for Team Liquid in the first gun round. and Naf looking for the equalizing kill.
Stair almost difficult to keep track of. He's all the way over at ramp now, pushing down with Yabby. Here's Magisk over the top of the con smoke, and Alicia's caught. So a 3v5 here for Team Liquid immediately at the start of the round.
Device looking at these smokes as they fade, not going to find Ultimate, who's in con. Nerds finds him over the top, but traded off. Magisk able to grab a kill for free. Yabby's got a huge flank as well, so while Nerds and Naf might be trying to talk right now at the moment of how they bring this round back and how they get a few more kills on the board, they've got a time limit as Yabby works his way all around.
Nerds waiting for the peek. There's the peek, and there's the kill from Magisk and Yabby in tandem on that top mid flank. So Astralis happy about the start here into Mirage. I guess we could talk a little bit about some of those weaknesses for Team Liquid on Mirage. I think we noted early on when Elise first joined the team that Mirage was a map he was in particular struggling on, Jason.
They have some decent wins on this map, yeah, but the eye test has sometimes felt off to me over the past few months. I think it's one where Elise has seemed the least comfortable within what they want to do, and maybe the boot camp has alleviated some of those issues, but it always felt like they were just kind of like almost there but not fully synced up and a little bit disorganized at times. You add on top of that, Astralis is doing them to start Mirage exactly what Team Liquid did to start Nuke, was just be in your face, be disruptive, give nothing for free.
There's a swing out with the Tech 9, and Astralis handling all the pressure when Team Liquid trying to accelerate towards them with some of these weaker guns. Stair just isn't missing. A 9-0 start for him. The bomb spilled to his feet, and it's Hooksy to come in and clean up. So in terms of what Astralis needed, this is exactly what they would have ordered coming into Mirage.
Yeah, a good way to kind of forget about the first map, go on this little bit of a run, start to feel a lot more confident within the map. So Astralis about as good as they could have hoped for, and already a good amount of cash built up. Not too much fragging on the Liquid side of things. 5 kills, 4 of which are from Nerds. And the first time out taken, Flashy's already a little bit unhappy with what he's seen to start this map. Nothing going according to plan.
Well, Astralis yesterday, they lost to Aurora on Nuke as the opening map, came back to win the series on the last 2. You can see Rugga talking about that coming into this. You know, that has to be the mentality for Astralis. They've lost their opening map. They lost it in a lot more dominant fashion than yesterday, but it has to be the mentality that you can still come back into the series, and I think this start is certainly going to help them start to believe in that.
That's the quote we saw from Rugga, that he was trying to tap into that same kind of philosophy as well. Just like, okay, well, I guess we're going to have to grind for it just like we did the other day. So lock back into that mentality, and let's get this second map started. And it's worked beautifully. Astralis with a comfortable lead in the early going of the map. They control the economy. They've got the momentum. And Team Liquid still with 3 players not yet having impact.
3 players started the window here for Astralis and sent bullets in towards top mid, but no one from Team Liquid getting caught by them. They're going to boost one player up into the ladder room. That's going to be Magisk, but look how quick Shue is to get towards Con.
Look how quick Nerds is to turn this corner. He's got to work with the Liege. Magisk up in the ladder. His attention is pulled away. All right, Nerds, he might be able to have a freebie. Magisk descends into some safety. Astralis want to fight.
Hooksy moving in, Liege, and Nerds. Okay, Nerds, that is a cluster. A cluster of kills up towards the window, and we got a Liege to shut it down as well.
Okay, well, that worked out very quickly, very beautifully. I mean, Liquid probably couldn't have asked for much of a better situation, but that's something they're going to have to be aware of throughout this half. Astralis do want to fight for that. If you gain that control, they do want to come take it back from you. So this time it pans out, but moving into the future, you got to be ready for it round after round. And for Nerds, they just line up to him, and Magisk has a cheeky little peek off to the right.
Oh, 3 in window.
Yeah, he's like, I'll take that.
Intensity there for Hooksy. Not going to be happy about how that went down over towards short. So Team Liquid breakthrough for the first round. Here's that aggressive move again from Stair. This time no success early on, but he's hanging around. He's not falling back. He wants to stick around for this kill, but he gets caught by a flash. It's Device to protect him. Stair finally down by Shue. So it's a 1-for-1 in middle, but Yabby goes ahead and gets the advantage right back here for Astralis.
Yeah, oh, good play from Shue. The swing, and no, he can't go down. Hooksy must survive. A lot of pressure being applied. It's brawly to start these rounds.
Fights all over the show, and there's a minute 15 still left in the round.
We saw Yabby take down Naf. Naf had stepped through the smoke over in Palace. There's the cleanup on the kill on the B bomb site, and access is there as Ultimate and Nerds scale in.
Yabby and Magisk. Not much money left here for Magisk. A little bit of extra to play with for Yabby. Magisk getting ever closer. That bomb not planted yet, but the utility comes in And Team Liquid locking out Astralis for the time being. You see Yabby racing his way back up through short, searching for a kill towards the back of the bench. Takes a dink on board, half his health removed, and even more so as he's finished off by Nerds, who used the cover of the bench perfectly. And we watch Team Liquid take their second round.
Yeah, that's a nice opening provided at the B bomb site. And remember back on Nuke, Team Liquid was attacking HooXi's position in mini garage quite frequently on their T side. I wonder if that's a trend that we start seeing continue, especially as Team Liquid grind away the money from the Astralis defense, start giving themselves a little bit more freedom to work with, and then maybe they do go back to targeting HooXi at the B bomb site now here on Mirage. Two to four, another buy coming in. Plenty of money for Astralis. Device will even be able to have the AWP. That's the dink onto the dome of Yabby, and from there, Yabby's just trying to play the timing game, just guessing some one-taps for the next swing. Well done from Nerds.
Astralis feeling like they need to use their first timeout. One used by both teams so far.
Flashy talking about how he wants the round to play out, mentions frequently that his timeouts aren't always tactical. Sometimes he's just reminding the guys how to approach the round, what kind of philosophy to operate with, what kind of energy they need to bring into the server that they're lacking. Trying to continue this streak of rounds.
Well, Device and Ultimate both have their AWPs out. Ultimate was incredible on the first map of Nuke. His AWP was dominating Astralis. And also the CT side. Let's see what kind of impact he can have as a T-side AWPer. It's one of the maps that Ultimate really broke out on last year when he showed us what he was capable of in his first exciting months. Well, he's going down into the underpass, smoked out for now, making no secret about his position, nor his Nerds. Smoke break not going to plan here for Team Liquid. Elige still walking through it, catching Stare at the bottom of Con, and a great opener here for Team Liquid. Aggression catching Astralis off guard.
Yeah, Stare maybe just sticking around a little bit too long, maybe an extra second or so. Might have thought that smoke break was to peek from a distance, but Elige really scaled up well with it. And now Nerds, here it is. Here's the targeting HooXi. They found the opening kill. HooXi's on his own. They know it. HooXi knows it. He's got to back off.
Yeah, they see the short play that Nerds knows is a player on short, but HooXi moved off. Ultimate punishes, and now Magisk all the way back as short as alone, as Nerds will take him down, no problem. It's Device and Yabby in a position that they just can't even fight for the round win in, so back it away, saving these weapons, the AWP and M4 into the next, and Team Liquid starting to close this gap immediately. Astralis off to a 4-0 lead, and now 3 in a row for Team Liquid.
That's a really nice change of pace as well from and run with it. A third round in a row for Team Liquid, so the economy from Astralis breaks. They'll have the AWP and the M4 in Yabby's hands to use in the next round. That should be about it. Four to 3 lead from Astralis, but the start to this map feels so long ago. Fortunes have completely reversed off the back of Flashy's timeout. 3 in a row after his words to the team.
Yeah, now we end up with Device and Yabby as the 2 premium weapons available to Astralis. Obviously being saved over, and everyone else having to play with a pistol. Team Liquid making their way into mid. It's Elige just clearing out close on that smoke. Magisk gathering info towards the ramp with a backup of Yabby and not spotting anything. As Team Liquid populate middle, they're going to go towards Device. This is exactly what Astralis want. They want them to come into the sniper, and Device, he's good on the first. The pistol's in, the flash is up though, and Yabby right through that smoke. The 2 save weapons for Astralis getting some impact.
Oh, this is huge. Shuhei, are you going to take the risk in a smoke? Are you actually going to offer your life up and maybe just take the gamble? It fades, and that's a nice kill on a Magisk. But Ultimate in the back, he grabs Device, shifting away, and all across the map, Liquid is causing chaos.
Yeah, Shuhei still in con. Important fight to win here for Yabby. It's a 2v2, staring Yabby up against Naf and Ultimate. Bomb not planted yet. It's actually quite a bit of way off.
Yeah, so kind of a stressful situation for Ultimate, having to man the fort while his teammate kind of runs up very, very late. Liquid will get the bomb planted, but Yabby's already arrived.
Yeah, both players have now picked up AKs as well here for Astralis. No kit, they've got to move quick. And Yabby spotted, the fight is in, and Naf will get his first kill of Mirage. It's on Stair, a hot start. Can he continue it with a 1v2? Time will start to tick, blinded as he's held back. He needs to find a kill towards the site rapidly, and that smoke is up in the jump. Denied by Naf. And another round win here for Team Liquid as they tie up the game.
Well done from Naf as well. I mean, he's a player that's going to play a cold position on this T side. Hasn't had to do a whole lot quite yet in this half of Counter-Strike because most of the action has been towards mid, towards the B bomb site. But the lovely thing about Naf as a player is when you need him to step up in the clutch, he's a solid performer in those situations, coming in late no matter how much attention he's gotten throughout the map. Rebounded so well from the lowest point of his career in the first half of 2025. Now he finds himself a valued member of this team yet again.
Device looking over the top of the smoke. It's Ultimate looking to challenge first, and Device doesn't want to have anything to do with that. Liege waiting in Palace. It's Yabby's aggression that's paid off though for Astralis. Nertz is dead in the ramp, but Astralis have the advantage. Shuei always being a nuisance. The Sonic Connector catching Stair off. It's a really important kill here for Team Liquid. Ultimate tried to extend upon it up through short, but couldn't quite get the connection he was looking for.
Shuei's done everything that you can ask of him. He's taken one kill. He's forced his Device off to rotate and reposition back towards Ticket. Meanwhile, the slow hit up A ramp is coming.
Yeah, Device is now watching that though, trying to get the angle up. Misses the shot on Elige. Yabby hoping that distraction is enough to get an extra kill, and he will in fact take down Elige. Good response from Shuei again, but he's dealt with by Hooksy. It's Magisk and Hooksy up against Naf and Ultimate. 50 seconds left on the clock.
Naf and Ultimate won the last clutch together as well. Ultimate's going to step in with the AWP from behind on Catwalk. It's Ultimate one more time.
Looking for Hooksy, couldn't quite get it. It's now Naf against Hooksy. And we talked about Naf's clutch, and you just mentioned it in that last round. Another one required of him. He goes into the open, but this time it's Hooksy.
Too quick on the shot. Well done from Hooksy. Shuts him down. And what a scramble, what a back and forth round as kills are traded. A long, extended execute into the A bomb site. And Hooksy keeps his team nursing a one-round lead, 5-4.
Point kill as well, moving through that smoke, catches Shuei as he moved up towards the bench. Shuei does so much in this round for Team Liquid, getting that connector control, taking so much space towards the A site. And it's still the in-game leader of Astralis who does that little bit extra.
Yeah, they might not have been able to bear another economic reset if they were to lose that round. With 4 kills, Liquid's going to be very pleased with the situation they've set up right now. Another break of the economy right at the tail end could get them 7 rounds in the half, and Ultimate's given you yet another opening.
Receives a lot of damage, down to 3 HP, but they'll just be happy with the fact he has grabbed that early kill. Device is searching for the response, staying committed down towards underpass, and Nertz, here he is. Nertz, what's happening? Finally, Device is gonna get caught. Elise catches him inside of the smoke, and Device just hangs around a little bit too long.
Yeah, he was desperate to find the equalizing kill to bring it back into a 4-on-4 and make up for the loss of Magisk. Not gonna happen whatsoever. Hooksy alone at the B bomb site. Stara top con and Yabby over towards A. And Liquid have got 1 minute and 10 seconds on the clock to work the map. Complete freedom to do whatever they wish.
Короче, что-то старались попробовать.
Если вы когда-либо играли в Left 4 Dead 2, то вы наверняка заходили в режим Versus, и, откровенно говоря, опыт игры там не самый лучший. Несмотря на то, что в этом есть огромный потенциал, есть крутая командная работа, креативные комбинации зараженных, все это часто скатывается в какой-то хаос и трэш. Но знали ли вы, что в Left 4 Dead 2 есть свои турниры и даже местные прогеймеры? Даже в такой игре, где особо нацелены на соревновательность и киберспорт, есть свои элитные игроки, матчи, лиги, и сегодня хочу с вами поговорить именно об этой малоизвестной части Left 4 Dead 2, которая лично меня просто завораживает. Это то, каким должен быть Versus в идеальном мире. Но для начала вопрос, как вы думаете, кто победит? Страшные, физически сильные, мутировавшие, зараженные или какие-то уставшие выжившие? Несмотря на то, что игра как бы повествует нам о выживании 4 одиноких героев, на деле же игроки со временем превратили выживших в машины для убийства, причем во всех 3 соревновательных режимах игры. В Версусе есть очень простая и, я бы даже сказал, ужасно примитивная система. 2 команды по очереди играют за выживших и зараженных, и побеждает тот коллектив, который наберет больше очков именно за выживших. Чем дальше вы проходите по карте, тем больше очков. За каждого живого героя в конце карты вы получаете еще 25 очков. И если при этом счет равный и обе команды дошли с одинаковым количеством героев, то одна команда получает дополнительные 25 очков за то, что они нанесли больше урона за зараженных. Вскоре мододелы и опытные игроки стали менять правила Версуса, но чтобы понять, почему так произошло, давайте чуть поговорим про историю этого режима и его проблемы. Еще в первой части стало понятно, что зараженные почти ничего не могут противопоставить опытной и слаженной команде выживших. Стандартом в Версусе слишком много аптечек, таблеток, бомб и коктейлей Молотова. Хорошая команда без проблем отбивает хантеров прикладом и молниеносно двигается по карте. Ну а с появлением Т2 оружия, то есть с автоматов и скорострельных дробовиков, у зараженных вообще не остается никаких шансов. И единственная возможность хоть как-то нанести урон — это использовать ведьму или танка. Но ведьма тоже не представляет большой угрозы, потому что все могут убивать ее с одного выстрела с дробовика, но танк, конечно, это уже другое дело. Но и тут тоже все сильно зависит от локации. В некоторых местах он может быть смертоносен, если рядом есть машины или контейнеры, ну а в других он практически бесполезен. Поэтому часто игроки за заразу прибегали к так называемой росписи, или на другом сленге 3+1, или кваду, как в 4-й части это называется. Но по сути это все разные названия одного общего маневра, когда зараженные одновременно пытались мгновенно убить команду при помощи так называемых граберов, то есть зараженных, которые вас хватают. Это хантер, курильщик и так далее. В первой части как раз таки было 3 хантера и курильщик для 3+1, а во второй части, соответственно, все хватательные зараженные. Чарджер, жокей, курильщик и охотник. Исполнить это зачастую очень сложно, поэтому каждый такой момент на про-уровне попадал на мувики и YouTube. Но, естественно, играть так было не очень интересно, особенно в первой части, где не было чарджера или плевальщицы, и, соответственно, нельзя было стабильно наносить урон команде выживших. И потому люди начали создавать первые конфиги для усложнения игры за выживших. И одним из первых был Seva конфиг, который игрался на ESL и большинстве турниров. Первая его версия убирала все Т2 пушки, аптеки были доступны только в убежище и больше не спавнились по карте. Ну и на каждой карте, конечно, обязательно был хотя бы один танк. И таким образом у зараженных шанс убить команду значительно вырос, и игра стала более сбалансированной и зрелищной. Но вскоре люди поняли, что и этого не хватает, и выжившие, в отличие от зомби, продолжали эволюционировать. Хедшоты становились все более точными, стрельба все лучше, и, соответственно, снова у зараз начались проблемы. И потому конфиг Seva был заменен на Ротаблин, который еще больше усложнял игру. Теперь все аптеки были заменены на таблетки, и помимо этого еще немножко подкрутили баланс в разных аспектах. И вот так вот первая часть достигла эталона. Но, конечно, продлилось это недолго, потому что Valve всего за 1 год запилили продолжение. С новым оружием, картами, зараженными и балансом. Во второй части и зараженные, и выжившие получили много новых преимуществ. Новые особые зараженные, конечно, намного сильнее их братьев из первой части. Плевальщица не позволяет нормально кемперить в узких комнатах, а чарджер вообще легчайше оформляет минусы на большинстве карт и просто скидывает выживших в пропасть, из-за чего некоторые участки карт компании стали намного более стрессовыми и сложными. В первой части такого практически не было. Но вместе с тем выжившие получили оружие ближнего боя, которое абсолютно легчайше контрит любую орду и позволяет справляться теперь с бумерами без большого труда. И потому во многом проблемы стандартного версуса перекочевали и во вторую часть. И хотя тут более сложные карты с непростыми крешендо-ивентами, все равно выжившие, как терминаторы, проходят почти всегда все без проблем. И потому играть в стандартный версус достаточно утомительно. Но это не единственная проблема. В Left 4 Dead 2 нет системы матчмейкинга с ММРом, как в большинстве мультиплеерных игр. То есть вы можете попасть в лобби с абсолютными нубасами, которые купили игру на распродаже, и они просто творят, что хотят. Либо же наоборот, вы попадете к задротам, у которых 1000 часов, и которые тебя кикнут при первом недопонимании ошибки. И кроме того, игроки ливают каждые 5-10 минут, и часто состав с первой карты может уже полностью поменяться к 4 или 5, и из-за чего играть становится просто тупо неинтересно. Поэтому большинство опытных игроков играют на отдельных серваках со своими правилами, например, на Freiheit или на Авроре, которые уже намного лучше оригинала. Туда обычно не могут зайти нубасы, ибо эти серверы так просто и не найдешь.
Nessa parada, ela não para, louca danada, rebola do nada, nessa parada, ela não para, louca danada, rebola do nada, nessa parada, ela não para, louca danada, rebola do nada, nessa parada, ela não para, louca danada, some guns, cause I'm back on the set to give you some.
He's right, blue, he's here.
One short. 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 Go, can we do Astralis? Hey? On mid?
Let's move out.
Go Astralis. Astralis. Maybe something. Stop trying, please. Someone do monster smoke all around.
I drop you.
Are we rushing in? Or are we going sneaky peeky? Smoke! Laying down smoke.
Okay. It's fine.
Throwing flashbang. Grenade out.
Now rotate it.
Short one. One more circle.
Can rotate B.
This guy from short.
Bomb on me. Mid last.
Ah, we're getting stuck right into them. Come on, chop. Smoke. Incendiary. Flashbang. Throwing a grenade.
Middle. Long.
Throwing smoke.
Too long right now.
Stay close toilet. A lot of A. They're going heavy. Toilet. Oh, that's one.
Side, A side.
Bomb has been planted. I'm defusing the bomb. Terrorists win.
I stay long.
Move it, son. Throwing smoke. Throwing flashbang.
One long shot. Pushing long one.
Don't see.
Out long, out long. Right side long.
Low. Still low. Got a fucking shock. He's low.
I'm gonna save yellow.
It's again a shot.
There's one behind you.
Блять, я забыл про то, что тут бомба взрывается вообще везде.
Orange, can you start play, kurva, or you want to be banned? Because last game you're trolling and the second game you're trolling.
You're trying to win over the yellow and blue, or what? You two are losers.
Go, go, go. Laying down smoke.
Shot.
No.
Smoke. Incendiary out. Throwing smoke. Grenade
Middle.
out. Grenade out.
Long commit. Long.
I rotate B, I rotate B. I rotate A.
Grenade.
One more here.
Laying down smoke.
This side already before.
Two guns on the long.
I'm watching from the
Где пушка?
All right, all right.
Photo gun. Together, yellow green. I smoke monster.
Move. Laying down smoke. Throwing smoke. Throwing fire. Grenade. Smoke. Incendiary. Grenade out.
One more shot.
No, you're trolling orange, kurwa.
Throwing a grenade.
Вообще не участвую в
This side.
Two. Fuck you, orange. Stop talking your language, piece of shit dog. Fucking traitor. Yeah. Go.
Grenade out. Throwing fire.
Guys, report our orange, please. Get fucking.
I drop AK.
For real.
Cheers, big fella. Move it, son. Smoke. Throwing fire.
Smoke.
Laying down smoke. Flashbang. Grenade out.
One is pick on two ball.
I left A.
Bomb has been planted. Terrorists win.
Guys, if we take enter somewhere, go fucking back, please. 5v4 and we are still in the same position. And we are dying.
This guy is amazing.
You two are so annoying, it's unreal to play with you.
Fuck you, Orange.
Let's make this raise rain. Throwing smoke.
Nice fight, Diesel.
Short half.
Throwing a grenade.
Monster out.
Bomb has been planted. Terrorists win.
I drop farmers.
Can I play?
Thank you.
Orange, get the fuck out on B. You are useless shit. Yeah.
Move it, move it. Throwing smoke. Incendiary out. Smoke. Grenade. Deploying flashbang. Throwing flashbang.
Mid.
Grenade out.
One more con. Almost. No pen.
Throwing a grenade.
Come.
Grenade out. Counter-terrorists win. Champion.
I do use mid and I go back long and I jump on flower.
Go, go, go. Laying down smoke. Smoke. Deploying flashbang. Flashbang.
Short have. You wanna boost me?
Laying down smoke. Throwing fire.
Monster one.
Counter-terrorists win. There's no stopping us. Let's go. Smoke. Throwing smoke. Incendiary out. Throwing flashbang. Laying down smoke. Flashbang.
That's good.
B out.
Grenade out. Throwing fire. Bomb has been planted. Throwing fire. Throwing smoke. Grenade.
Water, water, water me.
Monster, yes. Monster.
Terrorists win. Come on, let's go.
One shot. Only.
What is B? 3A, you have a B.
One. Heaven.
You fuck you don't take nothing position.
Counter-terrorists win.
Orange, stop crying, you're a dog. Who baited? Who baited?
Let's go. I will have most entries after this.
I don't care, because you're baited.
They're hoping the wasting. We'll see. Grenade out. Flashbang.
So long. On. Toilet.
Counter-terrorists win.
Center frag.
Nice 3 kills. Let's go.
Ну, по идее, тут еще один. Мгм. Мгм. Пойдем сначала этого искать. Ну и чё за приколы? Куда он ушел?
Counter-terrorists win.
Fuck you, Kapan.
Let's go, let's go. Throw the flashbang.
Блин, ну каждый раунд прям тряк. И чё, он дальше не идет? Что за херня? Почему они... Так прячутся. Он дальше не стал меня нигде ждать. Ушел.
Planted. Bomb has been planted. It's going to explode. Terrorists win. We cannot be killed.
Let's go take all powers, please. Maybe minus 15 only. Go, guys, pause, please. Pause, guys, please.
Ну, время, по-моему, не идет на паузу.
Pause. Go pause. Maybe it's working.
Got this area. Yes. All here. Affirmative.
Pushing out the mid.
Grenade out.
On.
One push monster.
Barons, armate something.
One. One B.
Throwing fire.
We can try playing bomb. Roof and go.
Smoke.
Water one.
I'm planting.
Short? Or you hurt maybe, no?
Bomb has been planted. Terrorists win. Yes.
Nice.
Yes, we got this. Let's go.
It is time now, my brothers. Cover this area. Affirmative. I'm throwing a grenade. Throwing a flashbang. Molotov.
Start.
One HP set.
Bomb has been planted.
Flash.
Flashbang. Terrorists win. You'll cry like babies before you die. Let's go, my brother. Cover this area. Got this area.
Here's bomb. Wait.
Throwing a flashbang.
Hold, watch.
Call no one.
I'm throwing a flashbang. I'm throwing a flashbang. Smoke! Fire! Terrorists win. Activating the bomb. Bomb has been planted.
Jump. Thank you.
This is our fight. Oh, here. Yes. I'm throwing a grenade. Flashbang. I'm throwing a flashbang. What a cabinet. Grenade out! Smoke! That makes 3 left. That makes 2.
It looks clear. Maybe long.
Okay, I go with the bomb, cover me.
Molotov!
I play long, I go long.
You kill B rotating.
Okay, I go long with bomb.
Car.
Throwing smoke!
One.
Terrorists win. We will dance on your graves. Come on, let's go!
Can you hold back, please?
Got this area. Affirmative. Grenade! Throwing a flashbang!
Pushing me. Too close. Two.
Throwing a flashbang!
One toilet and one banana.
One to
Don't push. Смешно. Вот такой залили.
Counter-terrorists win.
like a... Well, the bomb's leaning over towards B at the moment. And
With this
Gravity with the push. He reacts. Ujers drops it. Body gets the deep shot onto Wrinkles up, and we go 5v3 3D Max.
Oh, another opportunity for Nip, and it's been squandered.
Missed Molotov.
Bomb spotted, 2 dead on the push. It was 3 leaned over to A. They could have maybe sold some kind of fake.
Oh, Maka's not going to miss that one. Sitting inside of the cave, easy.
Man, the protocols for 3D Max have been splendid so far, just crushing on every move. They won mid without losing a player. They pushed down B at the right timing. I mean, they could have died, obviously, but their aim is doing the rest, too. And the problem for Nip is, like, they can get all these close games, but they have to earn that part, too. They have to earn the ability to get close to closing in the first place, and you think too far ahead, well, now you're missing 2/3 of the game.
All right, you spent the last 48 hours probably just figuring out how to end things.
Okay.
At least dead before time expires.
At least.
Gravity gonna give him a little love.
It's a shame. That's considered a big win these days.
6-1 here for 3D Max. We saw that pregame interview with Mako, which was clearly recorded last night, because he said, you're not going to see the version of us that went up against Bait tonight. And so a different version is what they wanted, and I'll just say it's a convincing version. They've been confident in all of the decisions they've made. They've gone for different attempts at mid-round aggression from different directions.
Shut down the egos.
You know, there's so much activity coming out of this defense that it almost feels like 3D Max are on the T side. The way that they are adamant about opening control. Again, Gravity just barrels out through middle.
He's having a game. 15-2.
Pushes his way out through the cave, will slip right back into it. This is a player who's finding kills on 2 HP. Confidence at an all-time high out of Gravity, and 3D Max with it. You can climb up on these boxes. You have yet another 5 versus 3. And Nip must be feeling so small in the server at the moment. They'll tiptoe their way out through that doorway with a recovery frag out of Wrinkle. He doubles down on it. Gravity still being the bane of NIP. Sits here for his next, but that one gets denied. Triple kill coming from Wrinkle, and he's only taken a quarter of damage himself. If 3D Max finally pushed it one step too far.
This push here, at least he got Exorcise. He's got vision on Donut, but he's worried. Oh, and Maka. Nothing to be worried about with Maka. He's hit all his op shots so far. Shush needs to clutch this. He's got time. He's got space. He has a molly.
He's got what he needs. That Molotov could go onto Cave. That would keep Maka out of it. It would keep him from charging him down. But, I mean, Maka probably wants time for his teammate. To come join him. Maka drops his smoke over towards Cave. Will Shush push this first? Because he does have that extra bit of time.
That's a pretty big audible.
A.
But this is...
He's going A.
Yeah, but this is not actually that good. Exorcise is not joining up with Maka. It's the CTs who have made noise, right? He doesn't have an excuse to leave just yet.
Yeah, that pushes Shush away.
Now, Shush has a molly, but he can only cover one side. If Exorcise really wants to peek into it, he can.
That's safe if he wants. He'll have that at least. Molotov goes too far. XRC smokes the molly, puts fire on Shush's feet. That's beautiful, but the Molotov.
With the dink as well.
XRC does what he has to.
I was thinking he overplayed that situation a little bit. Didn't need to smoke that. There was no time to stick that plant and fake it.
It's like he's kind of just going through all the protocols like he has to. Like
yeah,
he's
I counted that too. I counted that too. We can do anything
just
right
a little
now.
French circus there as he juggles his util. And then comes out with the head-spinning headshot and the fire at the feet. But I mean, star of the show tonight, undeniably. Gravity is a monster inside of Cave at the moment.
You just knew he was going to peak again, even though he didn't need to. He's got such a ridiculous start to this game. It was a nice try from Wrinkle. Really a lot of output that round.
7-1 CT start.
Well, this game's been quick and exciting so far. I don't know if Nip have started with like this badly so far at the major.
Body charging in again, just flying out through smokes. Lucky holds his in middle. I mean, NIP is here trying to fight things on their terms. Yo.
1 AG up there and he's cooked, but they don't have one, it looks like.
Body gets away. Wow, one more bullet would have had it done. XRC's Crosshair placement looked a little off, but he finds Shush, reacts to it as he just slides out from the corner, and of course Gravity is behind them.
Dude, he can't stop moving. He knows how to keep momentum going.
This just feels inevitable that at some point in the round, Gravity will be behind NIP.
He's about to put a
Comes out and clears it.
And then Gravity for free.
Woo! 3D Max. A scary level coming out of this CT side right now. If Train is suddenly,
we're going to get a career best map out of Gravity here in an elimination game at the major. Yeah, I mean, nothing better than looking over at him if you're a teammate and going, okay, well, we might have an easy day. We're only 9 rounds into this game. Now there's too much money, not enough here for NIP either. They're going to buy down to half. One of these ideas has to work at some point.
This is Gravity sitting 16-3, 5-0 in opening duels, 6 multi-kills over 9 rounds of play.
Wow. Wow.
Just absolutely on top of it. And I think a beautiful part of this is the depth. Like, we see Body kind of doing what Gravity's been tasked with previously, coming at it from middle.
Timings have been too nasty. NIP getting just completely outplayed was just not one of the options I even considered coming into this match.
Yeah, it just felt like we were going to get to overtime again.
Yeah.
My whole thought process today was, when we get there, will they win this time?
He's actually pulled it off on the right timing again. No one watching this. Kaspersky in the same spot. Imagine
he hasn't pushed a main since the last time. And he's going to step forward, find Kaspersky, who just turned to consider it. 2 players exposed inside of the B site, just trying to get away with a bomb plant. XRCs comes through with huge damage onto U-Jerks. The USP spam nearly kills him, for Christ's sake. There's a small chance NIP can hold on to this. You know, maybe 3D Max start to get too rambunctious, but they've got the utility to come in strong for the retake. Tech 9 shots from Shush. Have him go down after 1, and Snappy in a tough spot to try to push out onto this one. Absolute murder coming through from 3D Max's camp. And these smirks have turned into full-blown smiles because they know this game is in their hands.
I mean, there's a point in this game where getting a bomb plant and a couple kills was really good. It was productive on Nico, but no longer relevant at all. NIP needs rounds, and with 2 rounds left, they can't get through that economy of 3D Max. They just have to win no matter what. And kind of a scary sign for them that their default protocols aren't besting 3D Max, like taking over mid control, for example. Like, they can't get even the map control they're looking for. They're losing in all 3 parts of the round. Early, middle, and late. Whoa, deep flashes are great.
Yes, sir, and the layers with it, right? U-Jerk gets turned on! Body from down beneath that ledge.
One of the most one-sided halves that we've seen from the perspective of everything.
I mean, you can't point at a player on 3D Max that's not bringing the same type of energy to the server right now.
They're getting the latest, so it's all about those latest flashes, you know, coming out of elbow, who's landing them, and right now 3D Max, like, they pushing it back. Here they actually trick them into pushing out because I think they feel, NIP feel they need to be aggressive and take it on their first try, not come back for it later. So, as it stands, full kitty utility, Wrinkle on an op. We saw a good round from him so far this game. We've seen good op performances from him so far. I'm sure he has some regrets in this stage, but he's tried his best to make up for it. Armor in play. The CTs have split up once again. Not going to be easy to figure the situation out, but he has the utility to guarantee a plant if he wants to play it like that. And there's a lot of incentive for 3D Max to actually wait before they retake since they're so split up. Okay, so he won't even use the utility just yet. That gives him some more options.
Right. What part of this bomb site does he decide to cut off? Going wide, battle the oppers. Maka's not going to miss. I don't think I've seen Maka miss an op shot yet tonight.
He's been great inside of B too. It's not like he's going for pick plays in A main or pushing out mid. There hasn't been a single A play here from NIP either.
Barring Shush coming at it from the B site.
Right. Yeah. Anything except going A main. Wow, nuts round out of Body.
crazy too is that lack of A main control is why Gravity's gotten away with an A main push twice. He's only done it twice, but it's worked both times.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, this is beyond brutal.
This is starting to feel like a shattered NIP at the moment. It's 2 rounds best case scenario. And hands down, the worst start for NIP in any of the maps so far that they've played at the Major. It's a team that opened up with a loss to NRG using their coach, which is when we thought to ourselves, oh God, NIP are not going to hit the ground at all so far this Major. Since that, they've recovered. They had won every single map as they got their path to the 2-0 pool in Stage 2. All 4 maps since then in overtime. I mean, you can't argue that NIP have not been fighting for the chance to progress to top 16. They've been right there. Nobody's been closer except for the teams that have actually stepped forward over that line. And yet, alas, it finally bottoms out under the pressure of 3D Max tonight. Final attempt here. Fast move from Shush. Weaponized to the top of ramp. Kaspersky let off his leash. Shoots one through that red room smoke. And so finally, in the final moment of this T-side, NIP play with just no care. As if they can do no wrong, but it could still come back to haunt them.
And they still got to get through Gravity.
He comes off of the angle, no longer watching that cave exit. They do use that moment to find positioning, but he sees that as a call to action. He lets 2 players go by. Bomb Planter's gonna get blindsided, but still Wrinkle reacts. Good on him. Maka, who has been stellar with the op shots, has an unlikely 1v3 ahead of him. NIP, between a rock and a hard place, had to play this round different, and as they do, they will secure that second round at least. It is hands down their most lopsided start. But still, is it enough to rebound? Gravity making a run for a potential career best rating in this map alone. 7-0 in opening kills and just non-stop pressure on NIP from the get-go. It's a pistol round win and it's a last round win when they had nothing to lose at that point. Beyond those moments, NIP have come up with nothing on their map pick.
No, not at all. And I think they had some ideas and everything, but they were just outdone from every perspective, and in particular, this Gravity performance so far. Ooh, okay. Well, let's see if they can get 2 pistols this game.
Snappy coming wide, will cut XRC's off of it. We've got a fight queued up inside of the bomb site. U-Jerk's gun goes dry. Then a bit of a spam fight back for Gravity. He leaves a little to be desired here in the pistol. Bomb dropped over towards top ramp. Body worried that there's players behind these smokes, but that's not the case. It's all cave.
Yeah, they could come through the ramp as well. He would have heard this. He'll take this peek eventually.
What's crazy, he got 2 kills and he hasn't taken a lick of damage.
They see the bomb, so they know he's going to peel back, but
whoa.
Be careful.
Whoa. Snappy's low in the corner.
No, be careful.
Body on for 4. Oh, exposes himself, and so instead, it is Snappy doing all the heavy lifting.
Okay, that was kind of scary, actually, with the HP left over. But that's 2 pistols won this game for Nip.
4K for Snappy in the pistol.
Now
refuses to go down without a fight. What's crazy is this labored fight here. Body never even got hit. So made that clutch feel winnable for a second. First pistol round was a 3D Max forced by win in the follow-up. This time, 3D Max. I mean, they don't even come into this round with a bye.
Mac is hitting some crazy shots right now, actually.
They pick up a couple of Desert Eagles, Glocks for the majority of 3D Max. You know, they have such a margin here that they just want to play it out, and yet now Body has also got a 1-deeg of his own. Not like this.
They got Maka got 2 1-deeks, and they denied the conversion last time. 4v3 now. Guns are fine. Upgrades are coming through here for 3D Max.
Wrinkle can't lose this duel. That's oh my God, that's an armorless MP9.
They can't punish anything right now. They look a little tense. Obviously, it should still be fine.
Yeah, I'd be tense too. Down 10-3, died to 2 Deagles.
Snappy saved him last round.
Oh no.
God.
Snappy's gonna try. Oh no! Body and Maka with the only 2 Deagles coming into this round. 3D Max just wanted a bit of damage. And instead, it falls on Shush.
This one's going to be closed casket, man.
He'll kill XRC.
It's got to be the 1v4.
3D Max able to come up that ramp. Wallbang off the mark. Lucky's going to plant safely on the other side of the column. Deagle rings by. Player deep inside this close corner. Shush almost drawn out, but he wants a little more. He wants one player to make a misstep. Somebody oversteps, he gets another kill, and then maybe. But they're right there to swarm it from the deepest corner of the bomb site. Shush's gun getting low, 6 bullets, fresh mag. Bomb still with more than halfway left. Shush starts to slide out, getting a little hectic. Ramp player lets that space go. Shush one frag away with 2 Desert Eagles, no Kevlar. It is NIP in a tailspin.
Damn, he almost made magic happen right there, but it's the Glock to get the last kill. 2 pistols won this game, 3 rounds in total.
Not like this.
Nip are getting served.
Shush so close to pulling that off as well.
Can you believe these Deagle shots, though? How did Wrinkle even get killed?
With the Glock burst.
Wrinkle?
No, just the last one.
Yeah.
And then straight back at it. 3D Max put their foot on the throat of NIP. Slam him down the red room. Gravity's got his outside of the B site. And just as quickly as this round starts, it feels over.
And they're still using boosts. They got that kill. They're still trying, even though it looks super aggressive. This is a paddling right here. Bomb's gonna go down. Wrinkle, Mac 10 on the flank. I mean, the stage has been full of surprises. I mean, every game you try to base it on what we've seen already, and you're almost always wrong. It's been impossible to predict people's form, the outcomes of these matches.
Bomb has been planted.
And there has been a lot of tragedies because of it. My goodness. We're saving a Mac 10.
I mean, this game's just been full throttle. You would want more of a fight offered over for NIP once you get to the 2-2 pool.
Look, actually.
Just for the sake of fans, right? We look for the entertainment to the game, but it is entertainment if you can just lack empathy for Nip. enjoy the show 3D Max has put on, because from the very first round, well, we'll say second, since that force buy win, they've been so proactive.
Yeah.
They've had so many different looks, so many different timings, and just sprinkled into perfection, right? I can't just, Gravity pushed A main twice, and both times on the CT side, it was the exact round to get away with it.
Yeah, I mean, and you know, it was definitely an underserved part of the map for NIP. That was part of the game plan, and we know NIP, they like to pick one site and stick to it for a lot of a half, but even all the B rounds they tried to pull off. Maka was there, Gravity was playing Cave sometimes. There was no shortage of answers from 3D Max. Wow, an auto shoddy on T side.
Hey man, he's a freak. And let him do his thing.
An auto shoddy on T side.
Ramp push gets shut down. This is 3D Max having their absolute way with an NIP that kind of had us scratching our heads when it came to the Ancient pick. They haven't played it here at the Major. Their Bucharest outings at the event prior to this kind of left us uninspired. It was a loss to Saw and a loss to Gentlemates, and now it'll be a third consecutive loss, this time to 3D Max, who are going to take this series to Train, a map that they have come to the Major with well prepared, have impressed us out of nowhere. Their lowest win rate of the maps they played.
The auto shoddy is going to get this kill.
Of course it will. 3D Max have done anything they wanted to NIP tonight, and everything they've wanted is qualifying to top 16. They will sit one map away from that, and confident in knowing that their preparation coming into the Major has been ace. Body, shots through, catches Shush, pinned in a tough place. He'll fight for all he can. But we praise 3D Max tonight for bringing a level that NIP have yet to feel at this stage of the Major. 4 consecutive overtimes meant NIP felt like a shoo-in to secure that top 16, or at the very least, close matches. But this was the definition of a blowout.
Yeah, if you're going to go out on a series like this, it wouldn't be right. NIP have to show better form. After the last 2 days, they've shown us how strong they are, but they haven't put it together right now. And now with Train coming up, that might be a surprise to some, but we've seen what 3D Max can do on it.
Drop in my lane. Tires is burning the pain. You don't have nothing to say. This is how legends are made. I know I got what it takes. And I'm not pumping the brakes. And I'm not pumping the brakes. I'm too competitive. I like the narrative. I don't know best in the league. Who you comparing with? That isn't competitive. Top of the throne, it is me. How you moving so when it's me? I just been bringing the fire.
CS2 has certainly been explosive this year. Final epic stage. The pinnacle of Counter-Strike.
It's what every player dreams of. Doubt. Rivals. Titans. And lift the trophy that transforms them from contenders to legends.
Victory is one thing, but to do it in an arena
full of real fans, now that's what truly forges legends. Buy your ticket now.
You see the match. We see every restart behind it. You see lightning-fast reflexes. We see countless hours building trust. You see a single moment of triumph. We see the 1,000 failures that forged it. Victory isn't just the moment. We win because we reached it together. Level up as one.
if I'm one of you sending, you know you've been cutting, you know I'm ascending. I'm one of them winning. I'm one of them winning. I'm one of them winning. I'm one of them winning.
We often ask ourselves, bigger or smaller? But first, you need to figure it out. Do you have a massive FPS? Or a tiny ping? Is that good?
Nice.
Yes, it's fantastic! X-Play GG. High FPS and low ping servers.
Donc, the best entry fragger, Yekindar when he's at his prime, I would say, really good one.
I guess you could say Donk because it's just so good right now, but it doesn't have like the longevity yet, but it's gonna be there. So Donk.
Donk. A good question. I put Donk already.
Akazi. Rain.
Already is Donk because of his insane numbers and he won a lot already.
Donk.
I don't know if other people would say this, but I think Yekindar in his VP times was actually very, very good. Like how he played and how he got his entries, I think he was one of the best, if not the best for sure back then in VP when they were good. So I like to give it to him.
Donk.
Donk.
Nico. Entry fragger. Ooh. That is a bit rougher question, but I'm just gonna mention the early days of CSGO. I think Apex was very annoying to play against before he turned into IGL. I think he was very unpredictable and he just full running and didn't care, and it's quite annoying to play against, honestly.
All time, I don't know, but right now I'd probably say Flames. I think Flames on Vitality does a great job for his role.
Donk. I would like to say Donk because he's just on another level, but yeah, I think I have to go with Donk actually. I think he's on a different level.
Donk? Donk.
Oh, Donk.
Wow.
Is it too early to say Donk? I mean, it's probably just already Donk. I mean, he's already insane. He's already done so many crazy things that you probably haven't really witnessed from other players, so maybe Donk.
Nico Donk.
Attacker. Donk already, I think.
Donk.
Donk.
I would say Nico, man.
Me.
I'm joking. I would say... I don't know, to be honest. I don't know.
Donk.
Donk.
This one is hard, but I will say Donk.
Flames.
I'm gonna make it really quick. I just want to know, you guys had a perfect start, but then lost really close maps in the other best of threes. How did the team deal so far with the frustration that comes with it?
Honestly, I don't think we're that frustrated. I think they just had a really good game individually. I mean, Gravity had a really great game, and then the Eagles, they shut us down twice after we win the Pistols, right? But yeah, we have some stuff to talk about for Train, but I mean, we're also comfortable on Train, so we just got to keep the mood up.
Okay, you're gonna do that for sure. And do you have a good game plan for Train? What do you think?
Of course, I mean, Train and Nuke is our two best maps, so yeah, looking forward to it.
All right, thank you so much and good luck.
Thank you.
Let's talk about Ancients. Exist there saying, oh, well, you know, 3D Max, they had a good game. We're okay. We got some stuff to talk about. To me, it just looked like 3D Max was the far superior team. NiP looked completely outplayed.
I don't think there can be two opinions about that, to be completely honest. There was 3D Max showing NIP who were the better team on Ancient, which is kind of surprising considering who picked the map. Also the fashion it happened in Maui Snake, it was dominant from start to finish. There was no moment in this game where I felt, maybe if you won this round NIP, that could kickstart you, that could bring you back into the game. The amount of timeouts taken by Exist early on as well was a clear sign of desperation, was a clear sign that something wasn't really working out and he was trying to stop the bleeding. Unfortunately for Exist, he's not a nurse and he could do nothing.
These are the kind of maps that unfortunately make our job boring, okay? Like, what else am I supposed to say? You watched it. You all saw it, okay? 3D Max played out of their minds. They played better than I've ever seen them play before. They're winning rounds that I've never seen them win before. And Gravity, I don't know what he's taking right now. He's taking ashwagandha. He's taking mushrooms. Is he taking... What's he doing? Did he go on, like, some kind of psychotherapy retreat before this? This guy's a genius all of a sudden. Like what has possessed him to be this good when this much is on the line? It's crazy.
It's that thing of, like, normally in these situations, I try and change the question, be like, oh, what could NiP have done, you know, to change the score? And I'm like, it's too much. There's too much to talk about, too many factors that come into play here.
Yeah, I guess the easy answer is they could have shown up, but they didn't, unfortunately. And I think, you know, part of it is obviously NIP not showing up whatsoever, losing their 5th map in a row now. Another part is 3D Max. We just have to give them credit. We have to give Gravity credit. We have to give Body credit. We have to give the entirety of the team of 3D Max credit for coming in seemingly well prepared for Ancient. You know, there was a bit of a discussion. Could it be Ancient? Could it be something else? But they were on top of this one, Mari. At no point, as I said, did it feel like this was a game.
NIP tried a couple different looks in this one too. They tried fighting for mid control, they tried doing fakes towards B, then moving back towards A, they tried just going for the B hits, nothing worked, okay? Gravity was just behind them 50% of the time, Body was getting multi-kills pretty much 100% of the time. There was nobody that was at fault for the 3D Max side, and Snappy and Exist, they looked for answers in this one. But when your mid lurker and Kaspersky is getting flanked constantly, when your initial site hits are getting first entried or double entried basically on the defense from 3D Max, then you're just out of luck. I mean, it's just that the sharpness of 3D Max, it's sometimes just seriously difficult to play against, and it's not something I saw coming, because my whole idea about 3D Max coming into this major was that there's practically speaking no star player. Like, nobody on this team is going to be a top 20 player at the end of the year, but their tactics are usually what get them through, and that's why this is such a confusing segment, because they pretty much just body them as individuals.
Let's take a look now at some of the rounds where we saw, specifically Gravity's confidence, which I think was the defining factor for 3D Max, right, coming into this, which allowed them to win this so well.
Yeah, I mean, round 10 is a great example. Gravity, you know, what is it? 15, 20 seconds into the round, he finds himself in middle, but he flanked all the way over from A. Meantime, NIP gets to plant the bomb, but 3D Max were just playing it very slow, very cautious, you know, doing a lot of damage, retaking the bomb site like was no problem. I think it's only fair we show this round, because as I said, Gravity, I don't know if that's preparation, Maui, I don't know if that's sheer confidence, but him pushing all the way over from A, being in T-spawn within the first 20 seconds of the round, you don't normally see that, right? You see someone contesting that, you see someone getting punished doing that, but Gravity did it over and over and over, and as you said, Kaspersky, NIP, no matter what the call were, they were caught off guard.
It makes me feel for what 3D Max was maybe 5 months ago, when I thought that they were the tier 1.5 gatekeepers. They were the team that could create tailored game plans for their opponents. Gravity making that push not once but twice in that same half, that's game planning. That's understanding that NIP are selling that side of the map towards A main, that he can pull that flank off. We saw one of the times, comically so, that he goes in the smoke when Kaspersky also does. They come out on the opposite sides of it. That time around, he actually found the frag. And that's just the dream of being an IGL, where all of your preparation goes into feeding you as an individual, so that many of the fights that you're winning aren't even 50-50 gunfights. He's just flanking them.
Today is also the best day to have a pop-off game, when you're playing on a map that is NIP's pick, and it's going to decide who makes it into stage 3.
It is, you know, it was the perfect showing right here, and I guess this was the final nail in the coffin. See the buy coming in for 3D Max. Round 14, they have nothing to work with. NIP disjointed. You have one player fighting by himself, you have another one pushing down by himself. Gotta give it up to Buddy for hitting a nasty shot as well. Then Snappy pushes out by himself. I know at this point it's 10-3, but let's play with the idea that NIP win pistol, they convert, they go to 10-4, they build a bit of economy. Maybe there was a case to be made that this game could have been competitive. You know, we know the fact that NIP picked Ancient for a reason, but when you can't win this round, when you're not even close, and when you go down and you play one by one, I can't help to feel that the 2 games leading up to this one, the 4 overtime losses in a row versus FaZe and Paravision, has done something to the confidence of the NIP game.
It's looking like a mental collapse. That's how it manifests when you lose those kinds of rounds, when you get battered out that hard, where you're the team that just gets anti-stratted so obviously there. This is not the NIP we saw at the start of this stage, in the previous stage, the one that was the plucky underdog making its way up to the major. This was one that looked completely deflated, huge turn from what we saw from them in the couple months leading up to this.
Here's the thing though, Exist in that interview with Donna said, okay, well, the next 2 maps coming up are our best maps. So do you think that was just fighting talk for the cameras? Can NIP perform on Train?
I mean, sure they could. You know, NIP has a decent map pool, as you see it. We've seen earlier in this tournament they could play good Counter-Strike. But yeah, surely. What is he supposed to say? Yeah, we got absolutely owned. Nothing I prepared worked out. Yeah, you know, it felt like I was caught with my pants down. That's probably the feeling they had when the NIP came. So I think that's trying to talk himself into this, dare say, illusion that they can come back. I don't think it's unrealistic. I think NIP have shown so far in this tournament that they can play Counter-Strike at a very high level. I also think the level of Counter-Strike we've seen from NIP has been higher than 3D Max for the vast majority of it. But as you said, the mental collapse, if you don't overcome that right now, it doesn't matter what map you're playing, doesn't matter what your opponent are, you will lose the game. You have to fix it mentally.
And what's scary about it is that going into Train, 3D Max have changed a lot. Ted pointed me to the fact that they have really, in the couple weeks that they had away from the game or away from officials, revamped their playbook. I looked deeper into the playbook to see what he was talking about. They're going for Ivy so much more. They're getting into CT spawn a lot of the time. I mean, they battered Passion UA and Bait because they were doing things that not many teams are doing right now on Train, which is you take Ivy control, Exorcise is just lurking all the way into CT spawn, flanking the B players. And so a lot of this game for me comes down to an unlikely hero for NIP if they want to extend the series. Ujerks has to stay on top of Ivy. It feels sometimes like the play is already running towards B, that he needs to help the rotation. He needs to trust that the B defenders are on top of what their defense is there, because they will try to lurk out. 3D Max is going to try to backstab you. So don't get outplayed along with getting outshot. You got to win on at least one front, NIP.
Do you think NIP will have the opportunity to figure out this 3D Max play, or do you think that 3D Max is going to have their number?
I think we're going to get a way more competitive game. I cannot imagine NIP falling this flat, you know, over the course of an entire series. As I said, so far in this tournament, they have played some decent Counter-Strike. It's very much come down to the fact they couldn't close it out in overtime, so couldn't close it out in regulation before getting into overtime. So I still have faith in NIP bringing something to this matchup, but I will say you've lost 5 maps in a row now. 4 of those maps were very close in overtime. Now this is a blowout. I think it's a mental battle. They need a good start. They cannot afford to go down 4. They cannot afford to let 3D Max feel like they got this one on a lockdown. If that's the case, then I think the more experienced players within NIP, in Snappy and Shus, they have a very big task ahead of them.
I don't usually like to invoke my own pick'ems on a test segment. It's rather self-serving. Nobody else can really relate to it.
You're having a generational fumble right now.
But I had 4 picks going into today. Okay, I needed M80 to win. They lost. I needed Astralis to win. They lost. Now I need NIP to win this, but it feels like I am just cursed today. Okay, so I've lost faith. I've lost all faith, okay, Sam? I think Gravity is looking like a genius. He's looking like Prime Glaive. I don't know what's going on with Gravity right now, but you just rearrange some of the letters and somehow you're building Glaive out of this guy. He's in the Matrix. Snappy's doomed. NIP are doomed. I'm so done. I'm so done.
That one line is going to be quoted out of context on like every social media channel at the end of this. You calling him absolutely Glaive. Yeah, it could be worse. Pimp knows best. But how do you shut down the aggression that 3D Max has, though? Because this was the thing in that first map when they came in. I feel like they have this aggression, they're overconfidence, and it's almost like NIP is on the back foot going, well, we don't actually know how to stop this.
It's a different dynamic on Train. It's a completely different map dynamic than when you compare it to Ancient. So I think in that regard, NIP will have an easier time to slow down the aggression. I also think 3D Max will approach the game much, much differently. Ancient is a map that allows for a lot of aggression all over it. And Ancient is a map where, as you described before, Mari, if you want to control the entirety of the map, you have to sell certain areas of the map, or at least have less manpower towards one area or another. I think Train is a little bit more locked down, a little bit more stale. So if you want to play hyper-aggressive Counter-Strike on a map like Train, like we saw from 3D Max, you're risking an awful lot more than it did on Ancient. So I think the approach will be a bit different.
And this is obviously where Snappy comes into his fore, right? Because I do think that he calls a better game then when he can slow things down and kind of read from the start.
So, since they're starting on the CT side, I just want to see them take some space. Given that so much of the game plan for 3D Max in their first 2 matches on this map at this tournament have been Ivy-centric, fight for Ivy in the beginning. I want to see Wrinkle push down with the AWP. I want to see U-Jerks take that space, make them uncomfortable. So hopefully NIP get a little bit proactive on that extremity.
Let's see if NIP can do that and even out the series. We're going into game.
Woo, it's got a lot of asterisks on this one. NIP, I think you've just got to pull your way out of this tailspin. I mean, mentally tough spot to be in.
Honestly, I actually think we will still win. Our two best maps coming.
Literally our 2 best maps.
It's like a fact that sounded so unconfident, but you know what? You can't blame him at the same time.
Almost had to convince everybody, like guys, I'm not just saying this. I really mean it. I don't just mean it. I really mean it.
And it is facts.
I mean, you have to give it a shot. You've got to give it a try.
No lies were told.
And we've got a recovery underway here within the pistol. Good push out from Z. This is a huge bit of impact from Shush. 2 kills found. Maka, though, is going to drop U-Jerks as he tried to just sprint his way back into Ivy. Lucky waits it out, and we've got 3D Max taking another pistol.
That's such a nice move from Lucky. He didn't even go for the plant, just 2v1. He knew the push was coming. That was unclearable in that spot. That was just perfect.
I think, you know, the desk kind of characterizing it as some sort of mental battle that NIP have to now find. I think to myself, I just hope that if they put all this emphasis on the mentality they need to close out close games, and whatever that looks like in terms of, you know, exercising or practicing that belief, hopefully you can take that and just apply it to now we come back from a total smashing.
Yeah.
Right? They're both mental tests.
That's what Paravision did versus Legacy.
Sure.
You know, I mean,
It's a test of a different type. The blowout happened at the start, middle, and end of the game as opposed to just the overtime. Ugh, but they come into this B bomb site, 3D Max don't waste a moment. That is a lot of money made by Mac 10s.
Can't believe the conviction in every move 3D Max have made so far.
It's crazy to me that in that pregame interview, Maka's sit down when he said, "You are not going to see the same version of us that you saw tonight," referencing the, you know, close games versus Bait, the what could have been of the day prior. This is 3D Max pushing themselves to their limits. Wrinkle, 2 Deagle kills, chance at a 3rd because 3D Max are so happy to take these duels, but run with that mentality, 3D Max. Don't look in the rear view. Don't think about the close games you've also had yourselves. Just focus on finishing off this stomp.
Fact is, they're starting T side again, but like man, they did that on T side. Did they start T on Ancient? No, it was CT.
It was Gravity CT half.
That would have been impossible, yeah.
19 and 6 CT
They're
side.
so good no matter what.
Nip got to let this 3rd round go as well. Unsuccessful force buy. I mean, maybe 2 Desert Eagles are enough to win a round. We've learned that again within this series. U-Jerks, though, gonna get burned out of his position. Easy pickup. You've already got XRCs inside of the bomb site. He'll catch Snappy running over.
They're already everywhere.
All over the place, man. 3D Max's pressure knows no limits. I mean, dog, he's got a USP.
Yeah.
And you're chasing him through the Ivy smoke, popping it open with your frag grenades.
They just want him dead.
Just chill.
They're killing for no reason.
Indiscriminate murder.
Just like Lil Wayne's friends. And there's a lot more major to be played if NIP survive this series, which they could. Mentally, you know, we got that Snappy quote, but it also shows us how much he has to remind himself that it's true. That's something that's that's a fact, what he said. You know, 2 best maps coming up, and yet, clearly, it just doesn't feel like it's their day. But there's a lot of major to be played. There are better teams ahead. Not only do they need to be able to win a series right now to survive this stage, but if they want to have real success, with the performance that they're putting up, Connor, they could make a top 8 run. NIP are good enough to get to a top 8 run. They could be the dark horse to make it into playoffs.
Непам не повезло в 2 матчах, откровенно говоря. Не, ну Эншент у них, конечно, коронный. Снайпи колет, осторожно. 2 на Б их слышали, вернее, игроки защиты слышали атакующих. Тут вы прям, посмотрите. Да не, уничтожено. Как будто крипов в доте пиздят, бегают. Пятером по одной линии. Это форс. На минуточку, это форс. Как говорил Кайрон, full форс, full. Ну, одного отстрелил. Может, второго убьет, второго убивает. Ну, тот битый. Третьего убивает. А с третьим сложно. А это ж кикнутый. Это ж всеми известный кикнутый. Легенда команды 3D Max. Квадрокилл. Каждый турнир фейлит. Все еще в команде 2-0. У меня, конечно, плохое предчувствие, если говорить про команду НИП. Но больше всего мне бы не хотелось не получить борьбы в этом матче. Пускай, ладно, НИП проиграют. Я смирюсь с тем, что придется смотреть по ревижн против Маус. Но... ну, нельзя вот так вот. Ну, матч жизни, парня. Неужели они хотят добегать это? Без борьбы. Ладно, здесь ждем просто оружейку. Экзерсайз уже там сотку убивают. Типа, посмотрите на это. А он здесь. А тут еще и ревильная. Разрушение! Настоящее разрушение от команды 3D Max. 3D Max. Пошла у нас пачка от гравитона. Ну и остаются непочки доигрывать здесь на фраге. Остается только пытаться сделать фраги. У Ринкла, кстати. Так, деньги давайте посмотрим. Ну, тройной лосс-бонус уже будет, соответственно, первый оружей не хватает. Ждем АВП от Ринкла. Ждем прессинг сотки. Жопов, спасибо за каст. На здоровье, пожалуйста. Пользуйтесь. Напоминаю, каст CS2, дилей 180 секунд. Просьба без спойлеров. Ну и выключайте уведомления везде. В ваших там приложениях, где вы никогда не ставили. О! Как его сожрали, конечно. Эх. Старт пока плохой. Ладно, ждем что-то вменяемого от Непов. Но они... Осторожно, снайпи колит. Осторожно, снайпи. Он еще смотрит на них, что-то общается. Ай. Тут Т-сайт сильнее же. Да, да не. И нет, и да. Ну вообще нет. Все же от КТ зависит, как играют. Сейчас посмотрим, что Касперыч делать будет. Если он раскинет нормально, они не выпустят аркаду, которая там, скорее всего, уже будет. Не, все, они через дом играют. Они играют через дом, повезло. Смотрим на стаки. Ну, нормально. Коктейль. Вот это вот чей-то... это коктейль этих. На стенку, чтобы не заняли. Короче, одни не вышли из сотки, потому что была контрагрессия. Из-за нее они не вышли, но при этом и свою гранатку потратили. Буквально прочитали друг друга здесь по старту раунда. Приемчик на базе Б срабатывает. Ринкл попадает в ногу Бади, но Бади его прогоняет с комфортной позиции. Дальше там нет преимущества и надо играть издалека. Тем не менее, урон есть, уже хорошо. Походу, фейк или что? Exercise, это его дым. Ребята, обратите внимание, это вот его дым сейчас здесь залетел. Он, наверное, обезопасил себя, понимая, что типы умеют нырять. Вверх-вниз поджим. Минус гравити и раскидку базы Б можно отменять. Непы ее должны встретить. Нормальный оружейный, на самом деле, если вот этот сейчас здесь не на беда курит, а он тут, смотрите, что делает. Прекрасно, прекрасно, но это размен. Бомба спалилась, перемычки нервничает. Шуш, не знает, где встать. Ну, выбрал Б все-таки. И... А что вы делаете, парни? Не, все, окей. Пин-то остался, еще надо смотреть гараж, не забудь про зелень. Остается один в планте, команда 3D Max играет последние 30 секунд. И вот я включаю вам экзерсайса, и мне показалось, что он в мейне, а он даже не близко. Это сейф. Это просто сейф. Они не играют эту ситуацию с одним битым. По деньгам нормально, нормально. Лосс-бонус будет плохой, сейчас будет дозакуп в 0, еще один от НИП подряд. И это уже можно назвать соревновательным КСом, а не тем, что мы смотрели на первой карте. Потому что там соревнование закончилось в пистолетке у непочков. Так, Жопов, как думаешь, 3D-шки могут забрать трейн? Я не знаю, я реально не знаю, я даже не представляю. Я, во-первых, не представляю, что там по эмоциям было после первой карты, да, и что здесь будет во второй половине. Но пока Непы забрали первую оружейку, а это уже хорошо, и это не выглядело как какой-то раунд без шансов, как бы, да, все было по делу. Как бы Явик на Б попал, но не убил. Сотку прессинговали команды вместе. Смотрим, как Ринкл играет первый рез. Но он, наверное, Б останется по... Да, он остается Б. Закидка сотки. Сразу хае кидают. Молик даже не пытаются кидать, хотя можно было. Просанули жестко под базой Б. Идет поджим вверх-низа. Бади в итоге заметил снайпи. И какая дуэль. Warhammer Run Дрistайлас. Полный Дристайлас на зелени. Гоняют Пинто. Касперский ебанул по смоку немного. Ну так, чисто все постреляли. Я пиздану. И в итоге у нас есть поджим с базы Б. Все, впереди Непы. Впереди Непы, контроль карты за ними. Но в самый неподходящий момент португальца просто развалил Exercise. Типичный люркер. Сыграл нормально. Вот все было хорошо, были впереди, было круто, но зелень умирает. В итоге вся вот эта история с поджимом Б, она развалилась. Остался здесь только авик. Снайпер перепроверяет зелень. Ну и игроки атаки в доме выходить будут по ходу на ринкла. Если вверх он не будет смотреть, ну нужно реакцию взять, он молодой. Должен попадать. Выходит в итоге против дальней позиции. Не читается упор. И Ринкл получает, но 48 хп. Жестко, жестко. Все, 3D Max в тупике. Ну, есть еще вот этот вот. Его сейчас ёбнут. Все. Сейф. Не, бегут на. Красиво. Красиво еще пытаются. А в том раунде не пытались. Здесь вот просто побежали. И команда 3D Max заканчивается на наших глазах. Нет у них раунда, которым бы они могли похвастаться. Чтобы вот так же наломать дров сопернику прям со старта, да, не дать им работать. Матч ставится на паузу. Все. Кто-то дернул кабель. Бля, простите. Да что за... Что это за кнопка на клаве такая? Так, надо, короче, потыкать клаву, найти эту кнопку. Ну ладно, хоть понятно было, что произошло в раунде, да? То есть ничего не произошло. 3-3. Непочки сравняли счет. Дырявочки не хочется. Но Опа. Это против Шуша. Ну, вернее, они думают, что Ринкл может опять прожать, но он не жмет. Он играет базу А. Так, побиты немножко окна. Опорник базы Б очень быстро ушел, кстати, после этого Молика и Хае, которого его прогнала. Накидывает на Бади. Сколько у Бади остается? 100. 100. Никого не покоцало. Exercise зацепился. А где он у нас играет? Он у нас играет в Териспе. Он тут, конечно, импровизацию такую дает. Прям, блядь, Дэвид Блейн отдыхает. Тупо Копперфильд будет завидовать. И резкий выход на Б. Поборолись, но зашли. Поборолись и зашли. В итоге не выбить это уже команде на IP. Угадывали А. Что-то такое, да? Похоже на то, что угадывали. Вообще, знаете, что пытаюсь понять? Ну вот он же бегал уже, да, туда? Он же бегал уже туда. Вот он на этот раз прибежал, получил молик ХЕ. Кстати, вчера Аврора, в матче Авроры, у них постоянно этот молик прям идеально сюда падал. Кто-то иногда не докидывает, кто-то перекидывает. Четкая история. То есть он же уже сюда бегал, он получил гранату. О чем в тимспике сказал тиммейтам? Вот мне интересно. Не хуёво или что? Это Ринкл, это тот самый легендарный Ринкл, который запечатлен во многих моментах. А это Бади. Здесь нормально. Просто чел пришел и сам в мешок залез. 3-4. Так, Игорь, забинди кнопку Крик и Рагор. Надо будет сделать на будущее, но это все будет потом, ребят. Это все будет потом, это не про этот кривой эфир. И так, на самом деле, тяжело опсить, еще что-то пытаться об этом говорить, особенно когда речь идет о... Вот когда пытаешься разобраться в раунде, ты не понимаешь почему, потому что хуйня происходит, и здесь этой фигни много, даже в этой стадии турнира. Тем не менее, мы увидели пару сочных матчей. Ринкл попытался победить угол, команда 3D Max фейканула с мидлом. Они раскинули, но не вышли. Получили контрагрессию. Олаф пытается выбить Лаки. Ну, если он не в упоре, то это точно стенка и красный. Ответные прострелы тоже есть. Тоже в стиле, да, я тоже хочу постреляться. Отдается зелень. Ох, тут, конечно, хорошо можно зайти. Ну, как отдается? Вот так ее смотрит Ринкл. Но если выйдет вверх-вниз успешно для атаки, то этот авик здесь просто будет доигрывать раунд. Но пока 5 в 5. И преимущество, как мне кажется, немного на стороне команды НИП. Касперский ловит фулл блайнд. Отходит от блайнда, как от похмелья. Ринкл забирает экзерсайз, и зелень не сыграла. Они выходят Олаф, он стреляет, палится. Идеально. Идеально. Идеально от Касперыча. Пинто финиширует в итоге вверх-низе. И сплит-выход на базу А у команды 3D Max обломился еще на уровне задолго до выхода. Видите, тоже нет у них плана Б. Они подошли, они хотели сыграть, их остановили в начале раунда, не дав выйти сотки. Они перестраховались, отошли, хотели через паузу, но комфортного тайминга для этого вообще нигде не словили. Самое обидное, что у них вот именно на зелени чел-то и залился. То есть это тот тип, который должен был вообще последний отыграть, мне кажется. Ну, вышел на авик. Теперь нет денег, теперь пистолет, и можно немного, наверное, да, посмотреть на какой-нибудь хороший хайлайт от Ринкла против Эка. Перепугался, убежал, на минус сделал. Сейчас еще и снайп свои фраги найдет. Снип, снап, снапи. Девайс отдал. Неплохо разыграл. Обидно, пистолет выбил. Не девайс убил. Четко распикали. Ну и все, и захалдились они вверх-низе и в доме. Никто никуда не идет, никто никуда не пойдет. Так, у Касперского здесь хорошая позиция. Две позиции смотрит Пинто. Касперскому бы... А вот зачем он ему вверх-вниз смотрит? Он что, слышит, не? Или боится, что шифтом пройдут? Походу боится, что шифтом пройдут. Выход Б кроет Сьюж. Обычное решение, идеально. Все идеально. Если еще и отстрелит Маку... Отстрелил. Нормально. 3 фрага в итоге от опорника. 5-4. Ну, здесь есть напряжение. Здесь есть напряжение. Пока, конечно, через раунд от команды 3D Max. В плане идей где-то не хватает разносторонности, как бы, да, по карте. Ну, вот мне тут раунд с выходом на не понравился. Они должны были что-то из Б-домом для этого делать. Но получился мрачный момент. Да. Решили сходить, походу, поиграться на зелень. Хотят парни сходить подраться. Нормальный ранбуст. Ну, там дом проверили, опять же, вот. Опять Непы впереди. Старт раунда, важного раунда, Непы впереди. Паузы, кстати, вроде не было, да? Сколько там осталось? И сейчас будет энтри. Легчайший для Ринкла. Поджим зелени. Пинто в итоге карает их за это. Экзерсайз разменял. Сотка. Сотки дохнет еще один игрок. Здесь уже, по идее, неиграбельная ситуация, но Мака подстраховал. Правда, все равно вот вы вдвоем в гараже, и отсюда надо как-то куда-то уходить. Куда уходить? На 3 шага впереди Касперский. Гэмблится и красный ХП. Стюш уходит играть в сотку. На Б возвращается Ринкл. Но они боятся, что те пройдут Сити. И тем не менее играют безопасно. Вот это Мака вычислятор по ногам. Ну, пока похоже на то, что либо Касперский придет к ним в спину на КТ, на их нету. Тут еще 5 могли зайти, но там Сьюш вышел. Надо идти КТ, он не идет КТ. Ну, дополнительно проверил, окей. И Б все это время смотрится вот с такой позиции Ринклом, ребят. Но если они пройдут с короткого и убьют его, это будет фиаско. Но он понимает тайминг. Он же ж не чехол какой-нибудь, он же ж не Снакс, он же ж не капитан Сарделя. Неприятно. Это неприятно. Это неприятно, но есть вот такая опция. А тут коктейль. Да это гении по разыгровке. Они делают постплент в раунде без шансов, который должен был уйти в копилку соперника. Экзерсайз еще проходит в итоге на стенку, но его, наверное, проверят. Экзерсайз супер тихо оформляется. Так, пойдет на верхний. Мака забирает Касперского. Есть инфа про Шуша и ситуация 1 в 2 Мака. Так, вернее, не Мака, Экзерсайз в этой ситуации просто нечитабельный. Но бомба не на него, и это все нечитабельный. Шуш его дожидается, убивает. Блин, чуть-чуть так-то не хватило. Найстрай для 3D Max. Это сложная концовка, которая была создана этой парочкой. Ну, если не оставила вас под впечатлением от их старания, то меня точно она оставила под хорошим впечатлением. Это значит, что еще какой-то раунд они хотят взять. Осталось только придумать, да, дополнительно как. Молодцы. Коллеги, хаешка была. Всем привет. Такой коммент в чате на Твиче. Доброго вечера всем, кто присоединился к стриму. Напоминаю, у нас чуть больше 4000 зрителей на Твиче, 3000 зрителей на Ютубе. Это последний матч на сегодня, его предпоследняя, возможно, карта, а возможно и последняя. И мы уже с вами будем смотреть гонки на мажоре послезавтра. Гонки вернутся на ваши экраны. Очень-очень скоро. Так. Так, смотрю тебя с 1868 года на Твиче. Спасибо большое. Как отпустит? Поставь лайк под трансляцией. Чтоб не промахнуться. Потяну я спину. Ой, блядь. Все там. Все. Ну да. Надо начать заняться спортом. Срочно. Да жопу отсидел просто за эти дни, если честно. Хочется уже что-то поделать. Пошароебиться где-то, сходить куда-то похавать. Поискать какой-нибудь магаз с крафтычем нормальным. А тут все мажор да мажор, турнир да турнир. Что туда, то сюда. Нормально Мака все равно его убил с дигла. Слышал Касперыча. Касперыч. Нормально. Не выпускает Маку. И команда 3D Max просто плавает дальше. Самый опасный остался. Самый главный по зелени. Самый ответственный люркер. Самый прекрасный игрок коллектива. Какая техника. Какая техника. Какая грация. Как он хорош. 7-4. Ну что, будет у нас 5-й раунд или не будет у нас 5-го раунда? Фанаты 3D Max здесь есть. 3D Max. 3D Max. Вы здесь есть вообще? Есть фанаты 3D Max? Кто 2-0 хочет? Кто хочет 2-0, ребят? Кто хотел здесь 2-0? Или все болеют за НИП, как и я? Потому что если НИП выигрывают, пари играют с монголами. Они не будут играть с Маус. Напоминаю, Маус это духаны. Духанов нельзя в первом матче себе подкидывать. Как бы, да, не хотелось бы, чтобы был вот этот подкидыш, и ты играешь с духанами, которые готовы 100 раундов сыграть уже в Best of One. Мака пушит базу Б. Что-то он очень нагло играет. В надежде сделать энтри. Остался в комфортной более-менее позиции, но там надо ждать ошибок. Сотка в этот раз опять за НИПами. Опять они получают много информации с база. Это позволяет перестроить Ринкла сразу на Б. И они уже будут здесь играть вдвоем. Но а что делать? А, вы не поняли? Окей, они не поняли. Ну тогда похуй. Просто авик на Б оставили. Начинается раскид. Ринкл промахнулся. Ринкл подгорел. Ринкл перевернулся. Нет, что пока не перевернулся, живет. Что у нас опорник скажет здесь? Опорник говорит, все хорошо, там через дым в итоге мутится Лаки. Посмотрите, как он выжил за дымом. И дальше идет... Хо-хо-хо! Разъебобо происходит с командой ниндзя в пижамах. Это 7-5. Остался фаервол. Фаервол отбивается. И его наказывают. Это 7-5. Как жестко их в конце перестреляли. Вроде все были на месте, как бы, да, и Авик стоял, но он промазал. Игрок на верхнем был, мог не выпускать в дефолт. Но они взяли, зашли, и все это через дым. Как жестко. Твердо прям. Настояли на своем.